You can't just
And
hit me
we're
with the high
live.
finance and expect me.
Hey everybody, it's
Yeah,
time
okay.
for Master Detective Archives ring code. We're going into the thingy.
Guess who's back?
I'm lying.
Back
Swissy can
again.
absolutely just say high finance and it will work on me.
Every time.
High finance.
High finance.
Oh, Chanel.
Oh, Chanel. Why is it only those two?
I don't
We watched so
know.
many episodes of Seinfeld and only two phrases stuck with us. And it's high finance and Chanel.
You know, we live in a society.
We're living in- Back it up. Back it up.
Beep, beep, beep. We haven't even made it to that episode yet.
No, we haven't.
Who's this Swissy person? Unclear.
It's me.
Some,
Hi.
Some guy I found.
I am him. What is happening?
We just
Why are we
just
changed?
dropped.
Did we
into
just
the
go into the
labyrinth.
dream thing? Wait, what caused us to drop in the like? What was the situation?
I think the asshole cop was about to get us. So
Oh, yeah,
Yuma
as
was
they
like,
usually
"All right,
do.
we
Why
finally
can't it
got
ever be
enough
a gentle
clues to go
landing?
in." And then Vivia was like, "Aha, I knew you were dangerous." And then Shinigami just kicked them both into the portal.
Oh, Vivia. This is called the Mystery Labyrinth.
Watch him
So,
just hit us with the I know.
This place is a physical manifestation of mysteries from the case.
He just figured it out immediately. He didn't
You
need
can
any
Wow,
help.
that's crazy.
Well, anyway, this actually isn't my forte. It's...
Due to the power of death. Her, right?
Damn, he just knows.
Huh?
I bet he's been able to see
So
her
you
this whole
really
time.
could see me this whole time.
Aha.
He could?
It's
So
due
he
to
has to
my
die, right?
spiritual affinity. Ever since I was young, I've been able to see otherworldly things. My forte was gained through training that innate talent. Though,
Huh.
I wasn't able to see her clearly like this before.
Well, yeah, she doesn't always look
I
like
could tell
this.
you were talking to some haze following you around, but that was it.
Ah.
Until one day, I used my spectral projection at the agency and saw that death got clear as crystal. After that, I did some research. I discovered that the WDO Underground Book Vault held something called the Book of Death,
It used to.
and also that someone had taken it.
Oh, shit.
I take it? Before I lost my memories?
I don't know. Since you're a rookie, I doubt you'd have access to the book vault. Only a handful of people have WDO clearance for that.
Just a handful?
Anyway, you've been using this ability to solve the other cases up till now, haven't you?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Perchance.
So, this is also related to the mysterious deaths of all those culprits?
Whoopsie. Whoopsie daisy.
My guess is, clearing a labyrinth, a materialization of a mystery, causes its true purpose.
Oh, yeah, you just kill those guys once you
If
accuse
that's
them, right?
Now they just straight up
You've
die.
killed a lot
just die.
of people with your own hands, Yuma.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't really kill anyone. It's just what
Okay, come on,
happens
man.
when-
Yeah, no, you did
No,
though.
I may be the one reaping their souls.
Remember, didn't he
Blood
kill like
is
3
still
different
in your
girls in that
hands.
one school?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he wasn't happy about it.
No point in pretending to be a goody two-shoes. You're risking your life to solve these mysteries.
I see. So you're determined to do this, huh? Sorry, but I don't think I have that kind of conviction myself. So, I think I'll take a nap here while you go and risk your life.
Lamau.
You can sleep if you want, but you won't be able to get out.
Is that so?
If you're not with Master when and if he solves the labyrinth, this place will collapse around you. Well, if you don't have any regrets in the real world, you're free to die here.
Regrets. I don't have any of those, but there are still some things I've left unfinished.
My sandwich.
I've got a
Especially
sandwich in my
after you
Rio
exposed
pocket.
the mystery of this case.
What do you mean by that?
I'll be perfectly clear. I'm just going to tag along. I'll leave the heavy lifting to you.
Forgot your guy's got like a dumb little cape.
Get in our way. Well, Master.
Yeah, it is pretty
let's
dumb
do the usual.
and little.
Yeah,
Ugh.
okay.
Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth?
Sexual harassment.
I am.
Must we every time?
Yes. Every time.
I'd forgotten about that.
The-
Hilarious. The dip.
Just take a little dipski.
Yeah,
The sword's in there.
Mystery bag.
the sword's in there.
This is my
You
god.
see,
for
it symbolizes.
Magical item. Retainer of holding.
magic.
You see, it's definitely not symbolism.
Is that sword?
It's definitely not implying
cutting
something.
through mysteries. This place must be pretty dangerous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the keys.
Here you go, Master. Here's your solution key.
Thanks.
Is that
I want to
key
like somehow hard
something
cut
like a clue
to
for
that
the case?
episode of that
Oh.
police show that says
Looks
this
like you're
this week's
ready to
episode. The writers barely disguised
More of a
fetish.
doubter? You know what? I'm gonna ignore you. So let's go and unearth.
There's just no other reason to explain why she vomits every time.
Damn it, I forgot to stop my sub at 69 months.
Fool.
Travesty.
We have to.
Is it now
walk?
70?
It's 70.
This is
Wow.
unbearable.
Now I have to go till 420.
Come
Yep.
on, you're bumming me
Got
out here.
I thought you were gonna ignore
The
it.
good news is that's only 17 and a half years.
Worse.
Listen, it's fine. And you have to not miss any in there. You have to hope you don't forget to change your credit card information or
Say,
something.
Vivia, do you remember
Ugh.
anything about the case?
It's tied to my PayPal, so it always
Dr.
changes.
Huesca's
Oh wait,
daughter?
I'm wrong. I used
Or
the
are you
wrong
talking
number.
about
It's
when Chief
30
Yaakov was
years.
attacked?
Huh?
Oh,
You
he-
I did
remember?
24 for some
Everyone else
reason.
that came here lost their memories.
He
You know,
does
that's
that.
not the number
You'll
of.
be streaming in 30 years, right?
Because of his whole
Yeah, probably.
spiritual
On
thing.
twitch.tv.
So the others lost their memories. That's why no one remembers this death god.
Because I for some reason did 24. You know, the number of months there aren't.
Yeah.
Eh,
That reminds me, I used my coalescence with Fubuki
But yeah, you need
before
another
leaving,
350 months.
but
That's
Vivia
29
was the only
point
one who
something
came into
years.
the mystery labyrinth.
Which means, including those 7 months, it would be a total of 35 years.
It only takes the most recent ability.
Can you imagine when we get to the point where someone's like a 35-year sub?
Coalescence
That's
is your
wild.
power, Shinigami.
Relax, will ya?
Streamers are in their like 50s and 60s.
You would have been better off with Fubuki.
Moist critical
You
at
would have
70
been
is
far
gonna
more
go
useful
hard.
in this case.
Gee, what
I hope he's
happened?
exactly the same and his hair's just gray.
Yeah.
Oh. So now I really
What's up,
don't
everybody?
have to do anything.
Gonna do a denture cream tier ranking.
What a relief.
Jeez, you ever think your lack of motivation could be contagious?
Hey, relax.
So basically, all of
This
that
is
was that
him.
he remembers everything.
Oh, Vivia does?
Yeah, he remembers all of it. He didn't forget the case. Door.
Well, isn't he special?
Sounds like he should be the main character.
Honestly.
Ooh,
He just walks around telling people he wants to die.
Eventually.
Huh?
He forgets every time.
He watches this like, damn, wish that was me.
Yeah, you think main
Stop
character boy
surprising me like that.
would start getting used to it.
I thought this labyrinth would only require your wits. But Looks like it's going to take more than that, Yuma.
Well, he doesn't have a whole lot of wits, so he doesn't have a choice.
Eh.
Damn.
Keys.
Huh? Why didn't a problem appear?
Not only was there no problem, no choice appeared either.
We truly don't know where to start with this
Maybe
one.
you don't even know which mystery to start with to solve this
How
case.
mysterious.
Yeah, there's so many unknowns. I'm honestly feeling lost right now.
Come on, you gotta know where
Just
to
pick a
start with
door.
this stuff, or you won't be able to solve a single thing. Let's decide that for now. What's the first mystery of this case?
The first mystery is...
Who's the
Dr.
cave?
Wesker was murdered in a completely locked
Who's
room with
the
no way in
caveman?
or out. The doctor was located deep in the critical lab, behind layers of security. And yet, he was found stabbed to death.
His security is
When we were
literally
the
a
first to
room full of
discover the
toxic
body.
gas, and then a
At the
room with a
time, we
floor
were
that you have to
controlling the
step on in a
robot,
specific
Omapad.
pattern or it electrocutes you.
Because of that, we were thought to be the culprits.
They got through all
But
of
we
that
obviously
somehow.
aren't. So how did the culprit get in and out of the doctor's lab? That's what I don't know.
I mean, I have a pretty
Culprit
good
is
idea how they got
definitely
out.
the hitman, right?
I think so, but I'm not absolutely sure. Besides, even if the hitman did it, there's the question of who hired him. But there's no doubt
Who
the
hires
hitman
the hitman?
stabbed Chief Yako. That's the only thing I'm absolutely certain about.
Ah. Hello?
Peacekeepers?
How did you get in here?
Kanai Ward's garbage.
Nope.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Yomi Hell Smile.
So the
people say their
director of
full
the
names like
Peacekeepers
that.
is here.
Ugh.
Yeah, but he's just part of the mystery labyrinth.
I figured.
Or is he?
In other words, he's a monster created from the labyrinth, right?
Right.
You pieces of shit.
Whoa.
You're disturbing the peace of Kanai Ward.
Whoa.
What
This
in
guy
the
doesn't
Dangan
seem like an
Rafish
easy opponent.
bullshit is this?
But we have no
Sephiroth.
choice. Chief Yako. for
Again?
everyone.
Again.
You killed Dr. Wesker, didn't you? Turn yourselves in so I can torture you to death!
No?
Made it sound very tempting, not gonna lie.
But what if no, though? Boy, the loading screens every time. Reasoning deathmatch. Reasoning deathmatch.
I mean, honestly, that's a skill issue on your part. You should have waited a year to buy
You're
this
the
on a
ones who
console
killed
that doesn't
Dr.
suck.
Wesker.
Oh god, I don't remember the controls.
You disarmed the security system to the doctor's lab.
No.
Worm.
Murdered him inside. Until you actually entered the lab. The
How do I
security
jump?
system
Okay, I
for the
remember.
critical lab stayed active.
That part's
It's
not true, I
impossible to
think.
bypass the system while it's active. In other words,
In
no
other
one
words,
can enter the doctor's lab. There couldn't be an intruder,
Ah! It came down.
which makes you the culprit.
There couldn't be an intruder. I don't remember the clues. Yeah, it would have been pretty tough to... Oh. Dr. Bai, before we got inside, it means it had to have been an intruder. The key... Can I... How do I... Pause? Nope. That's
You're
not
the
it.
ones who killed Dr. Wesker.
Hold on. Nope.
You
1
disarmed.
second. There we go. Okay. Lab ops are separate power systems, so that wouldn't matter. The toxic gas... I don't think matters. The shoe means that there was an intruder, because it hopped over the robot. The robot, what's her head conveniently can't turn while its arm is extended.
Security system to the doctor's lab.
Worm.
And then murdered him inside.
Me when I'm a fish.
Until you actually entered the lab. The security system
Pretty good,
of the
actually.
critical lab stayed
Pretty good
active.
joke. Pretty good worm humor.
It's impossible to bypass the
Wormer-
system while it's
wormer?
active.
No, I didn't like that. Never mind.
In other words, no one can enter the doctor's lab. There couldn't be an intruder.
Yes, they're good.
This is the truth.
This is the truth.
It just does not have any conviction to his voice.
When the body was first discovered, Amapal was about
Real.
to
real.
You're a
Nuh-uh.
big meanie. Yeah.
but something bumped into it and knocked it over.
It's no, that's
There was a
wrong.
mark on Amapal's head.
Right.
Like someone kicked it.
Ding dong, that's
That
wrong.
mark wasn't there when we borrowed it. It's proof that someone else was in the lab.
You call that evidence?
Why is his sword
Is
so
bullshit the only thing that comes out of that mouth?
Whoa, look at that.
That's from Fire Emblem.
wiggly? The sword of the creator.
Don't make me laugh.
Oh, fuck.
Shit.
Who created
There
the
was an
Sword of the
intruder?
Creator?
That's impossible.
I've only got a repel this time, so I just have to find something that's wrong.
You proved that yourself.
Huh? I don't think that's true. Is that it? Yeah, it has to be. Unless it's little shit, which would be pretty funny.
Don't make me
The
laugh.
thing I have to disprove is, hey, I'm not a little shit.
Shit.
Come on.
There was an intruder. That's
What is
impossible.
the little shit? Why is it blue?
That means it's something that it's just
And
wrong
in fact,
that I have to.
you
Disprove.
proved that yourself.
That
claim doesn't hold up.
claim don't be holding up though. Hi, Helsinki.
What do you mean? We proved there wasn't an intruder.
You still don't understand? Don't make me laugh.
Do I have keys this time? I do.
This guy got real I can be your angle
If
or
there was
Devon
another intruder,
look about him, huh? So what's your take on this character? It's essentially an Absol.
I hate it.
Eh? Oops, that was
confusing.
by the time you arrived at the scene,
Hold
It's
on.
not Absol. It's not Absol.
Map.
Yeah, why does this pause screen go so hard
It's pretty good.
when
I
the
think it's the lighting.
game does not?
Linkage from
The lighting's
toxic
quite
gas
good.
Chamber.
Like, imagine if this whole fight looked like this. I'm sorry, I rip on this game a lot. It's because it deserves it.
I mean, I really like the game, but I
There was no
I
one
understand
else,
where you're at.
right?
Like, it's one of those things where, like, it could definitely have just been a
there's
visual
no place
novel
to
and that would
hide
have
in
been
the
fine.
critical lab.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gameplay is really
no
weird
way
in
they
this
got
because, like,
past
run
it.
down this hallway. All right, good job.
Or are you saying they slipped away and you missed it?
Hit this word
That's
with these
obviously
words.
impossible.
I mean, to be
It's
fair,
like
that
less-
is what Danganronpa was.
It's like less
You just
gameplay than
proved
typing
you
up the
committed
dead.
the crime.
Right.
We're gonna drift the
Sure we
word
didn't see
I
ludicrous
just don't think there's a
Adam.
learning curve in this game. It's flat.
Check the
But I'm not playing it, so maybe I don't know.
If there was,
Yeah, I mean, you played all the Danganronpa games. Did you feel similarly during that?
Not really. I felt like it got more and more mysterious and difficult.
I mean, I still don't know how this crime was committed. Most of the time, I can figure it out ahead of time.
Yeah.
Josh is better at that than I am, but I'm okay.
It's true.
Every one of the panel chambers cannot open or close, so that can't be it. There was a vent in the lab that no one can get through. Lit is
I'm just
barred
still trying
as
to
a-
figure out why he's got a padlock in the middle of his sword.
for the solution.
So you can
keys.
put the solution.
For the solution, well, yeah, I get it, but like, what? It's a bad design, okay? Like for a sword,
Much image. There's not like a secret route on here that I can see. Because like off to the left there is where where the secret lab is. It's barred. It has a hinge.
The lid is barred, but has a hinge.
I mean, I guess that must be it.
It has a hinge, bro.
Something that somebody could have hid it in.
was another intruder. And where did they go?
Where did they come from, Cotton
By
Eye?
the time you arrived at the scene, there was no one else, right? There's no place to hide in the critical lab.
But
There kind of is. It's not a great one, but there is one.
wouldn't recommend it.
There's a hiding spot. It's inside the airlock's decontamination device. The vent cover can be easily removed, and there's just enough space for someone to fit inside. If they hid inside the decontamination device, we wouldn't have seen them when we arrived at the scene.
So what? You've got it all wrong anyway. Everything is wrong. Your existence is all wrong.
Okay.
Have fun chasing
Okay.
a fake
Oh,
truth.
my
My
ad
source
hominem.
everything is wrong.
I love it when in mystery
That was
games
just
you
me.
start to solve the mystery and the villain's just like, yeah, and Ace
What of
Attorney
it?
does that a
Forget,
lot
I
too.
don't
It's
care.
very funny. It's like you spend like 10 minutes proving something and the prosecutor is just like,
We
yeah,
managed
and
to defeat him this time.
and you're like, oh
But
wait,
it's
that
not
wasn't
over yet.
relevant. Seemingly.
He sure is persistent, huh?
Anyway, there's no doubt someone else was inside the doctor's lab. So
Had to
let's
been.
unravel each mystery one at a time.
Well, he didn't stab himself.
All right.
Yeah,
We'll get it
presumably.
This time.
Not in the back. That would have been very difficult.
After shouting, "Oh God, somebody's here to kill me!" Or
Was there
something
an
like
Reed
intruder?
Richards could commit the perfect crime because he could stab himself in the back.
Okay. Now that we've wedged our
Wait,
way
everyone
into
knows
the
that he
mystery,
could.
we just
Shit,
gotta head through
hold
the
on, I didn't think
labyrinth
this
and
through.
reach the truth.
Was
Perfect
there an
crime.
intruder? Yes, I think there had to have been, right?
Well, yeah, somebody
Otherwise,
intruded.
otherwise he wouldn't have fucking died.
Right here!
Like, if he had been killed by poison or something, then maybe not, but he was killed with a knife. In the back.
We're just now getting to the point. What a pain.
Hey, don't sigh. This is a good thing.
Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this guy's relatable though.
Anyway, let's head inside.
That's why I like him.
He's very cool. I hope he both doesn't die at the end of this case and has more
There
stuff
was an
going on.
intruder for sure. We know someone bumped into Amapal.
The culprit probably hit Amapel on their way out. After that, they must have intended to leave the lab. But they couldn't because we were in the front chamber. So they hid inside the decontamination device to avoid us.
So, if you checked inside the decontamination device on the way to the scene, you would have caught the culprit then and there.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, but it was an
You would have caught
emergency
me. I
and
mean,
we had
the
no
culprit
idea they
then
were
and
in
there.
You would have
Well,
caught
it was
whoever the
great.
culprit
Willing to
is.
make up excuses, Master?
very handsome culprit.
It's not an excuse.
I heard he's ripped.
Heard he's
That
shredded.
is
I heard he's-
true.
He's shredded.
If I had thought about why Amapal was knocked over at that time, I would have realized the culprit was in there. We could have waited in ambush or searched for them.
Yeah, but you're an
If I
idiot,
caught the
so...
culprit then, Chief Yako wouldn't
is
have
true.
gotten stabbed.
Master,
Womp womp.
wallowing in regret is even lamer. If you have time for that, you
I
have
honestly
time to
forgot he
think
got
about it.
stabbed until this moment.
Yeah.
Right.
He's barely not dying at the moment. Okay, I was trying to find out if there's a sprint button. Oh, there is!
Do you think he'll fully die when we find out he's the culprit?
That would be fucked. We still don't even really know why the doctor died.
Well, from stab wounds.
No, like
You
why
see,
why he
uh,
was
people
killed.
die when they are
In the
killed?
past.
No, I mean, you're right.
Shut up.
How did the culprit
Stupid.
enter the lab? Front door.
Seems like we're finally at the central question. This is the first step to solving how the
people
culprit.
Well, it
Die
can't
when
be the
it's
left one because that
Impossible
didn't happen because the
I leave the
security
rest to
system
you.
for the lab is
I'm
separate.
going to read a book or something.
You can bring your own stuff into the mystery labyrinth?
Oh, apparently.
He's just special.
Dude's cracked.
He's just special? Alright.
This guy just breaks every rule, huh?
Okay.
I love that her explanation is literally he's just special.
Don't fucking worry about it. It's not important. So it can't have been that one because the lab was on a separate security system, so that doesn't matter. Never entered in the first place would be Buck Wild because he was in there. So he would have had to have been invited in, yeah?
They stabbed him remotely with a knife.
Yeah, that's like... I think so.
Did they make the robot stab him?
Right here.
Not the robot step.
There was only our robot, and it didn't
the
have a knife
orangutan.
attached to it. Also, the robot's arm extends very slowly, so it would be very funny if that's how he got stabbed.
The doctor invited the culprit in? But why?
Things are so muddled now because we're assuming the culprit forced their way inside. If the culprit was invited to the lab, then he easily would have been able to enter.
Ah, so you think the doctor disabled the security? He wouldn't need it if he was expecting a guest.
Oh, okay.
Huh? A trap?
Guess you were wrong, Yuma. Well, I already knew that before you entered.
Why didn't you say something?
What? Why didn't you tell me?
You wanted me to tell you? Should have said so earlier.
Didn't ask.
People only grow by learning from past mistakes, which is why I purposely...
Whoa.
Master, we have to get out of here!
How do we get out?
You
Cool
logic
statues.
show this route is the wrong one!
Huh?
All right,
Oh.
I'll try.
What do you mean? How do you figure that?
Do I have to pick a solution key? The security log. Oh, the security system was never turned off. We know that.
Ah.
I had forgotten because it's been a month.
The log on the doctor's computer didn't show any signs of security getting shut down. If that's the case, he certainly didn't cut security just to let someone in. Well, I may have messed up, but at least we got a little closer to the truth.
Oops.
Me.
Meh. Alright, same room, I assume. Okay, well, it's not that one. I don't think it can be the security system.
Never entered in the first place.
I guess
Robot
so.
stabbed him. It just slowly ran up to him.
Right here!
Maybe they launched the knife remotely. They like had it all set up.
They used a very long string and tied it to the knife and lowered it through the ventilation
The
shaft.
culprit never
And then swung
entered?
it.
But you said there's no doubt the culprit was in there.
Perhaps the intruder is not the culprit after all.
Different
So
people.
you're saying that the doctor committed suicide?
Oh, okay, well, I
Well-
know that's wrong.
If the doctor committed suicide, then the culprit wasn't the intruder, but the doctor himself.
But if the doctor did it, there would be no intruder. The doctor was already in the lab.
Yeah, well, okay, listen, I know it's wrong, alright?
Huh?
I guess it
This
is the
was-
security... Yeah. He was stabbed in the back. Yeah, I know. Or I wonder if this
Are
is
you
one
sure
of those...
he wasn't?
I wonder if this is one of those wrongs where all of the answers are wrong, and then it'll give
Probably.
us a right one.
Wait, that can
afterwards.
happen?
Sometimes.
Probably.
I think it's happened
That
once
sucks.
before.
Well, maybe if they only do it once the whole game, that's fine. I know that would make me heated.
Maybe there's a secret door.
Have you considered that an orangutan might have done it?
You know, I always forget that option.
Everyone does. That's why it's the
Until it
perfect
happens.
crime. I will never let Edgar Allan Poe forget that. I'll find his ghost.
Culprit used the blackout to slip past security
It is
and
us.
into the lab. That answer is pretty simple. Almost too simple.
Well,
Almost as if it's not what happened.
well. Okay.
What? This was the last route!
This labyrinth
And
is a
what?
tricky
All
one.
3 answers was wrong
It's
again.
like one of those old detective novels. Perhaps you're the real culprit, Yuma.
What? What would even happen if that were the case?
We die.
He just dies. He's
I
like,
think it's
it was
bullshit that the
me.
game has done this to us twice because it further emphasizes it could have just been a visual novel. If all the answers are wrong.
Yeah, it kind of makes it feel like padding, doesn't it?
Okay,
For
the
chance.
critical lab's on a separate power system, which we knew that. That's why I dismissed that first option out of hand, because I knew it was on a
The
separate
doctor
system.
said the critical lab was on a separate grid. And
It'd be nice if they had let
switchboard
you, like,
wasn't in the electrical
Pick
room.
this information before going in the
Security
door.
wouldn't shut off, even if there was a blackout in the building.
Yeah, it's like all the. I think maybe it is all the, like the walking parts of it are really the parts, because like I think this game is very cool visually, and I like its aesthetic and the soundtrack and the
on?
characters I
Were
enjoy,
all
even though
three
they're
routes
stupid. Because I have a
wrong?
high tolerance for stupid that apparently Swissy has lost, and I know Josh has never had.
Listen,
But
Yeah, my tolerance for stupid is very specific.
there's a fast forward button.
yeah, no,
Whoa.
I've been doing that the last couple times we've been in this hallway.
See, the walking is definitely. See, I don't
We could have
Like,
finished
if it-
the game.
dislike
if it
the
were just
idea
a
of
menu.
being like. If it was like, hey, these are the
Hey,
three
there's
options, but
another
you could be
door.
like, it's none of these options without having to walk in each door.
Right.
It wouldn't feel like they're
Instead of
just
thinking,
stalling
well,
for
how could
time.
it possibly be any of
Interesting.
these?
Because then it could be
Yeah,
like they're
Mystery
reminding
Labyrinth
you
not only
of critical
materializes
information,
the
maybe.
case, but also changes based on
Yeah,
your
like if each
investigation.
of those had just been an
Right.
option you
Something
select
felt
on a
off
menu,
about
and
those
then they
other
have a
routes.
conversation about it and
It's
go, no,
almost
that
like we
can't
were
be
forced
correct.
to choose the wrong way.
Rather than
Yeah, that
walking
would've
into
been
a room every
Eliminating
time.
each wrong answer one by one.
And I've learned that for some reason
You open
my
the path to the
stupid
right
character's stamina is different.
You
It
sound
depends on what
disappointed.
kind of stupid. Because I read comic books, and they're dumb. In a comic from only 1 year ago, well, a year and a few
They
months,
use spectral
Dr.
projection
Doom
to
meets a
enter and
T-Rex
kill
version
them?
of himself,
Then
and then they fight.
the culprit is.
That can't be true though, because
I can't
that's
believe the culprit entered the labyrinth with us. That's
I,
never happened
that can't be true
before.
though, based on how he knows spectral
How
projection
dare you
works.
threaten
He can't
me?
affect
Right.
things in the real world.
Uh.
He can only see them and hear them.
There is no escape. Once the mystery labyrinth is solved, the culprit will be judged. Master, let's finish up this mystery labyrinth and boom kill this dude.
Hold on!
The-
Why did the chain just appear like that?
It just appears when she gets too far away. Look at this fucking weird Naruto run.
There he goes.
Another trap.
Oh, 4
That's
wrong
why I
answers
said
in a
to
row.
wait. There's no way Vivi is the culprit.
We know how spectral projection works.
Prove it and beat this thing. I won't be convinced until you do.
I don't think it matters if you're convinced. Ghost form traits. You cannot touch anything while using spectral projection. It cannot take over somebody else's body, nor can it be heard.
But can it be smelled?
Ghosts are really
To
stinky,
begin
as it
with,
turns out.
nothing can be touched while in ghost form. He couldn't have held the murder weapon, the knife. So it's not possible that he stabbed the doctor. Now do you trust Vivia?
Not really,
Master,
if I'm being
I've
honest.
said this 1,000 times, but a detective must suspect everything.
Okay, but you
Besides,
shouldn't
it's
suspect the
his
obviously
fault for
wrong
being
things.
So sketchy. The way he looks, how he talks, everything is super suspicious.
She's not wrong.
Sorry.
True.
I do try to stay out of sight.
That was a very genuine sorry.
Anyway, let's go back.
Sorry. You take me down the same fucking hallway again. See, this is another thing, is could it just load us into the room each time? Yeah, there's a lot of like adventure game padding that I don't think needs to be in the game. I think you're very correct about that. Because like the central mysteries I've found interesting and engaging every
There aren't
time.
any new
I've barely
doors.
done any of the side quests because I don't fucking care.
There's nowhere to go? What was the point of
It's very much just like a visual novel that they like padded
picture
into
stuff,
a
yeah.
non-visual novel.
Start with that again. How about you help us for
It's an open world game.
You
It's
better
like taking
cooperate,
a comic
unless you
book
wanna get chopped up
and
by
snipping
Master
up all the little
Solution Head.
panels, and then in between each one you have to
Hold
solve a
on,
Rubik's
Shinigami.
cube, but it's only one turn
I
away
don't
from
wanna
completion.
get chopped up.
And they're
I
like, "That's a
dislike
game."
Pain immensely.
Me too, man.
But you know, the journey up to now wasn't a waste. We did eliminate many possibilities.
I mean, basically everything we've eliminated
that
is stuff
means
I'd already
nothing if we
thought of,
can't
like,
reach
no,
the
it can't
truth.
be that.
Nothing. Why do you want the truth in the first place?
Huh?
It's easy to say you want the truth, but are you sure you can handle it? No matter how cruel that truth
Yeah.
may be.
Getting real
Can I
close.
handle it?
I'm
Ow,
still not sure
jump scare.
if you're the kind of person who can. I bet you're not sure either. That's why you're still so hesitant. This mystery labyrinth also reflects your reluctance. Maybe that's why you can't reach the truth.
What are you talking about? I've said it before and I'll say it again. I won't hesitate
Said it
to
before and I'll
expose
say it
the
again.
truth.
So you still haven't realized it? Guess you're not quite there yet. Well, that's fine for now. But eventually, you'll be forced to make a choice.
The
When
truth
that
is,
happens,
in your
you'll have
rage,
to
you
prove your
killed the
conviction
scientist.
and expose
The truth
truth
is, I fucked your
like
mother.
you said.
Enough nonsense.
My mommy.
Let's find some clues.
My daddy and my mommy.
As
And
an
my
apology
daddy and
for
my
the distraction, let me tell you something. This labyrinth appears to change shape by reflecting our investigation. So, instead of following the revealed path, isn't it possible to carve your own path?
Yeah, but that's stupid.
Carve my own path? That's right, Shinigami! We can create new routes with our own deductions. Maybe we can do it here.
Sometimes, just a slight change in perspective is enough to completely change how you see things.
So if I change my perspective here, I might see something new. I see. I was
We
so
have to
focused
turn
on
this-
how
we have
to
to turn
overcome the
about our
security
thinking.
system.
Just like Ace
But
to turn.
that's not right. I need to change my
If
perspective.
Just like Ace
and
Attorney.
figure out
turn
who
back
could have overcome it.
time.
Don't box yourself
I
in with
would
your own
kill the clown
assumptions.
case.
Same.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
You weren't even there for it.
I hate when the anemic vampire tells us what to do. But if Master wants
And?
to,
And
Hey, I'm not a vampire.
I'll lend you my power. Lay it all out, Master.
Alright, this is a spelling bee one, right? Yes. What are we spelling? Because, like, literally all of these are just the mini games from Danganronpa, but with different visuals.
oh, I forgot this one.
Yeah.
It's the one with
This
the
is
barrel,
Hang-
right?
This is Hangman.
This is a fucking
Gambits.
mobile ad game.
This is Hangman's Gambit. Who is capable
It's
of
so good.
overcoming the security system? The doctor, I think? Amapal? Oh, Amapal is. So, hold on.
I really hope the robots.
I love how you took the first upgrade you took in this game was to make the barrel slower. It's really funny to me.
Was it? I think you're right. I forgot.
You've suffered ever since.
Well, I was worried it would be too fast and I won't be able to see. I think it might be the only upgrade I've taken in this game.
I think that's true.
I don't know that I've gone through the upgrade menu since then.
Oh, I forgot her special heart cannon that she does inexplicably.
Laser beams.
That's my favorite Piccolo move, Special Heart Cannon.
It's mine too. In my fanfic, he uses it on
Fucking
me.
Dragon Quest X noise. Hell yeah.
A new route appeared.
This is all thanks to me.
Oh, it isn't?
Perhaps I said too much. Well, nothing has been solved yet.
So
I wish you'd
Amapao can
express
get through the
yourself a little
system.
better. How can we tell
Which
if you're
we know
happy?
But like,
because
if
we did
Amapao
that.
killed him, who dies?
I've never
when
been
we
happy.
finish this?
The
or
robot
sad
guy?
in my
I know the
entire
robot guy
life.
didn't like him, but I didn't think he... It didn't seem like he was enough,
I
like,
wanna
mad
die
enough to kill the
someday.
dude with a knife.
This guy's hopeless.
And also,
Where
the
do you even
doctor
get a
would have...
knife?
Anyway,
Yeah,
let's
and also
explore
the
this new
doctor
route.
would have definitely noticed. And also, the Amapao we had a foot on it. Wait, was somebody riding the Amapao the whole time? No, because
Yeah,
that was
joust.
after he'd been killed.
Joust.
Jousting. It was a jousting.
I saw a joust. It's pretty cool.
When you think about
I
who
would
could
love to
get
see a
past
joust.
security, the only option we know
Should have
of
come
is
to the Ren
Amapao.
Fair.
I'd love to participate in a joust
That's
with
how
no
we were
armor,
able to get
so they
through
could just
security
take me out.
ourselves.
But it's just
That's
a
how I
wanna
go out.
robot, right? How is it related to the case?
Suicide via joust.
Yeah.
Don't know yet, but
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
since
Pretty metal.
Amapao can get through security, it must be
Supes, can you
important.
just go ahead and do the backwards long jump so we can just get up there?
Wahoo!
Yeah.
Nope. I was about to start fast forwarding and then this happened, so.
Okay. This game's just toying with my emotions now. It could have done this all along. But sure, just choose the longest staircase I've ever
It's
fucking seen to do it.
Sealed off here too.
Hey, there's an intercom.
Yeah, we used that.
Maybe someone will respond if you use it.
No way.
Oh, hi.
Huh?
What's up, Doc?
Huh? Wait. What the?
Do you have a gun to
Wait.
his head?
Who are you? Help! Somebody come help me!
Yeah, this is what he said
Isn't
right
this
before the
footage of when
communication
doctor was
turned off.
attacked?
Yeah, you're right.
Hello.
The mystery materialized. It must be related to what the doctor just said.
Who are you was directed at who?
So
The
the question is,
attacker?
who did the doctor say, who are you, to? Well, I'll leave it to you.
I don't.
You can keep reading at a
I
time
mean, the
like
obvious
this.
answer is the culprit, but
I
unless
don't know
he's
if
just
he
never
would say
seen
"Who
Amapao.
are you" to Amapao, but that's like, I don't think Amapao could have stabbed him with a knife based on how we know the robot functions. I guess it's the culprit, probably, right?
I can
Sure.
certainly understand why you'd want to choose that. But wasn't security active at that point? I considered all
Did
the
bro
various
breathe his own gas and like have a
possibilities,
fucking
but I
hallucination?
couldn't figure out a way to get past the security. If I'm right, then there is no basis to infer
Oh, I guess
that
it was-
someone had
he was
entered
making
the
it up?
doctor's lab at this point.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe it
Which
was fake.
means you can't say the doctor was directing those words to the culprit.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Oh, now they're gonna save us time.
Was it no one? I guess. He wouldn't say "Who are you" to Amapao. That doesn't make any sense. It's a robot.
Who are you? Beep boop. Answer me.
Didn't activate. Does that mean we found the right answer?
Maybe.
Huh? So the right answer is no one? Why would the doctor say, "Who are you," if no one was there?
Funny
He's
trick.
playing long
Security was
gun.
still active at the time, so no one could enter the doctor's lab, right?
It was Odysseus.
And that was before I borrowed Amapao. So the
Hey,
only explanation
that was
is
good,
that
Steven.
No one was
Thank you.
there.
Why would he say that if
I really
no one
mean
was
that.
there?
I think if we go there, we'll find the answer.
So we know the doctor was trying to leave town, right? Was he trying to fake his own death?
Who cares what the old geezer was thinking
It's
anyway?
possible.
And then he
And
actually
then
died.
he
Looks
got
like this is
killed
the
for
only way we can
realsies.
go. Besides, I am curious about what was going through his mind. It could be an important factor in solving the mystery behind this case.
Still, being forced to take a side route is too much trouble. Makes me wish I was dead.
Same, bro. See, he gets it.
The crawling time?
So you
Wow, he almost doesn't have to crawl through this vents.
So, Master, do you have an idea about what the geezer was thinking?
Not yet, but I think it has to do with why he said, "Who are you?" I think the doctor was putting on an act.
Yeah, clearly.
The doctor
is the
put
same
on
shot.
an act for a reason, but I have no idea why. We have to figure that out.
Wait, if you take it off
before
auto, does it
this
keep
mode
looping?
route.
I don't know.
Oh,
Probably.
that's funny as fuck.
I mean, everything else loops until the dialogue is over. I don't know why that one wouldn't, but it would be funny. We're crawling
Just
through
an
infinite
infinitely long
vents.
vent.
Snake eater.
What a thrill.
Colonel.
Oh, you're back.
He's here too?
I don't like this Digimon.
You rats keep scurrying around.
It is a Digimon-ass design.
Do you
You're not
really
wrong.
think you'll discover Dr.
Bro.
Niska's motive this way? Good luck with that, morons! He had no motive at all!
Well, that's clearly wrong.
Well,
Okay.
you said there's nothing here. Let's head back.
Eh?
We can't do that! If he's trying to block our path, then this route must be important.
Fine.
I'm only here because you maggots piss me off. So, I'm gonna end you here and now!
Yeah, sure, man. Doctor's email records, I'm guessing. Let me just pop that up. Regular communication intelligence recent. According to the records, Donner West Coast planning to escape from Conai Ward. Yeah, I assume
This was
that's
all
it.
part of the doctor's plan? He didn't have a plan at all!
What am I supposed to do? Oh, duck.
That exchange on the intercom wasn't an act. There was no reason to put on a show. The doctor misunderstood.
Understood what?
Oh.
You probably don't know this. Weska put his
Fuck.
soul into his work.
No, I'm not falling for that a
The
second
research
time.
was going well. The doctor was loyal to Amaterasu.
No, that one's not. I know that's wrong. Hold on. Ah, damn it.
There's no way he'd betray
Well.
us.
All right, was that all of it? Yeah.
This was all part of the doctor's plan? He didn't have a plan at all.
I forgot it made the chipmunk fucking voices.
There was no reason to put on a show. The doctor
Very
misunderstood.
funny.
Fuck. Damn it. Jumps too
You
soon.
probably don't know this. Weska
I
put
fucking
his soul
got it.
into his work.
You know. Come
The
on.
research was going well.
What? No, that one's true.
This was all part of the doctor's plan?
Ah, damn it.
He didn't have a plan at all. That exchange on the intercom wasn't an act.
Oop.
There was no reason to put on a show.
Yep.
The doctor misunderstood.
Nope. How?
You probably don't know this. Weska put his soul into his work.
The research was going well.
I'm just gonna get hit by every one of these, I think.
The doctor was loyal to Amaterasu.
Nuh-uh.
This is the truth.
Nope.
No, the doctor was planning on betraying Amaterasu Corporation. He was trying to escape Conai Ward. He said
Correct.
so in the messages he wrote.
You little...
Yeah, he was emailing that we don't know who it was, and was like, yeah, I want to get the fuck out of here, please. And then he did something that made the guy he was emailing go like, all right, fucko, time to die.
Yumi's rebuttal. What was that? What was he trying to deny? Why was he covering up the doctor's motives?
Oop, shit. Well, the dialogue stopped long enough that I thought that was it.
Oh.
Triggers pulls up the dialogue again. This one? Yes. Seems the case involves the inner workings on a trial, so the doctor was going to betray him, and whoever he was emailing knew that. So the doctor locked himself in the lab to protect himself from that person. Ah, I fell down a pit.
It's the security gate. Everything's locked up.
How did the doctor plan to escape Conai Ward?
Which means this is a complex problem.
Swapping
we have to
places.
choose the right door and insert the correct solution key.
This is way more hassle than before. Guess I'll leave it to you, Yuma.
As always.
Alright.
Same shit as always.
So we've got terrorist bombing, which that was the last case, so that's probably not relevant. The blackout, I again don't think is relevant because he couldn't. Like, his lab is on a separate system. Swapping places is interesting. Swapping places with who? A body?
Maybe.
Does he have an identical twin brother?
Notes. Diagrams of a person being splashed with sulfuric acid. Doing this would cause a closing skills melt, rendering the victim unrecognizable. Oh, that seems relevant. So he would get somebody in there, kill them, mangle the body such that it wouldn't be recognizable.
Yes.
Makes sense to me. Much sense as anything.
Oh, the door actually opened. I knew I could let Yuma handle it.
This seemed like something at his level.
You weren't a phantom?
This seemed like something Yuma's stupid pea brain could have figured out on his own. Little pee pee poo poo baby detective.
Silk Song has still not been announced.
So the
Of course not.
Figured I'd
Swissy,
keep you
it's,
updated.
it's not real, Swissy. You need to let this go.
At this point, you're probably right.
Hinted at his plan.
It's never been real, and I'm sorry.
Sulfuric acid being poured on someone?
Was there some sort of event where they're announcing stuff today?
No, I was just like
Thinking
looking at
about
my
it.
wish list, and it was at the top of my wish list.
In general,
Yeah.
you were staring at your framed photo of the Silk
At the
Song
very least,
trailer,
it'd buy him enough time
gazing
to
at it
escape
longingly.
Conai Ward. Or so he thought.
Wow. Melting a corpse with sulfuric acid?
Don't wiggle your fingers like that.
He's so cool and grotesque! So who was the substitute
Breaking Bad did it.
Maybe the
Bro,
hitman.
really early on, actually.
The doctor was under surveillance by Amaterasu, but he was still looking for
Did
a
he hire the
chance to
hitman to
escape.
hit himself and then
When he
didn't realize
learned
that
a
the hitman
hitman
would
was
kill him or
after him,
something?
He figured his chance had arrived. The
Maybe.
doctor was hoping to use the security system to kill the hitman.
Okay, yeah, no, that makes
and
more
use
sense.
The body as a decoy.
Now that I think about it, the doctor did seem to be waiting for the hitman to arrive.
The hitman hasn't arrived yet. When will he show up? Don't tell me this so-called first-rate hitman was captured by peacekeepers.
You're a
The
first-rate
hitman
hitman
never
with a
did show
second-rate
up.
deck.
That's why the doctor
You're
had a
s-
sudden change of plans.
And that
Your
was the
hitman
ad to
and
put on
for
by
shit.
asking you, who are you?
Perhaps that was a trap to lure you in, Yuma.
Yeah, okay.
He was trying to lure Master?
I'll lure someone.
You won't
He
kill you.
considered taking advantage of the detectives, since the hitman never showed up. So if he called for help, he would charge into the lab, not knowing anything about the security system, and thereby acquire the corpse he needed as his decoy.
That seems overly complicated. Like those guys who overthink asking girls out?
I See how that's relevant?
What a non sequitur.
He couldn't have used another researcher. Someone would have noticed their absence. He needed visitors. People from outside to
Fuck is
pull
this
it off.
formula? E equals MC squared. There it is. It's just right there.
There it is. That's science.
That's
the
science.
only science.
It's the only science.
Can we get Pythagoras in here from some math?
Oh fuck yeah.
That's the math.
Hey, yo, Pythag, where you at?
Don't call him Pythag.
So if I didn't know about the security,
You don't know
and
him like
rushed
that.
into the lab.
You'd be a super
No one gave you that.
skeleton right now. Aw, so close.
You want that?
But the doctor's plan failed, and he
Yeah, she's a bit
got
quirky.
killed by the
A
hitman.
little quirky.
I'm a
I
bit
get what he was
quirky.
trying to do.
Did she say
What
boom
an
kill?
impossible murder.
Yeah, she always says that.
Bro,
Assuming the
bro
attack on
talks
the
like a
doctor was
fucking
just an
Skaven.
act when we saw him through the
Skaven.
intercom.
I don't know. I said Skaven.
We at
Apologies
least
to
know
my
for sure
Skaven
the
enjoyers
real
out there.
attack hadn't happened yet.
In other words, the culprit entered the lab after that exchange. So the problem is, when did they actually enter?
It would have been after we all scattered to the winds to try to find out how to open the door, I think. You keep retaining your lifeline. I'm guessing that's another Skaven reference.
Someone's Skaven talking in chat. I don't have it open. Who is it? Who's the
Whoa.
cool? Who's the cool one?
Where are we?
What the fuck is this?
Whoa.
This place is a real mystery. Then again,
You keep
See,
retaining
now-
your
suppose that
lifeline.
checks out.
See, now this is what the game should have looked like.
Shinigami?
This would have been hilarious.
Master, this looks
It's
like
just
your
this the whole time.
turning point.
That's what I mean. This would have been sick.
So, is that your final answer?
Is what?
I haven't said anything yet.
Somehow his cape looks stupider in this form.
I've said it before, like years ago, but this dude cannot pull off a bucket hat.
No.
Someone really should have told him.
Now then, here's a fateful fork in the road. It's life or death.
Made by the same people made
Meet at the
Danganronpa? Yes.
crossroads of
Yes, it
mystery
is.
and solution. This earth-shattering choice may be your last. Now,
Kakadaka all over it.
which one will you choose?
Would have had to have been. It couldn't have been at the same time as Amapal because he was already dead when we got in there. There was a footprint on it. But we would have noticed if somebody was standing on top of Amapal, right? No, because once it was through the door was closed. And if there was somebody hiding in the vent, they...
You would never know.
Yeah. So they were just riding on top of Amapal the whole time, I guess. That doesn't explain how they avoided the poison. I mean, this is the thing
were
that
Take
makes
a
inside
deep
Amapal.
breath before.
Well,
They
they
were
explained that the
inside
poison
Amapal.
is like a contact poison too, like it absorbs through the skin.
They don't have skin.
Oh, oh.
They were inside Amapal.
Yeah, had to have been riding Amapal, I think. Did I just die? Oh, the culprit entered the lab before. Oh, well, you know what? I guess they must have.
When I directed Amapal to go into the doctor's lab, he already had a knife stuck in him.
Ah,
Which means he was murdered before Amapal entered the doctor's lab.
I see.
Your answer?
Why all the fanfare? We already know it's correct because the other one was wrong.
I already tried it and it was wrong.
Is correct.
What? That's crazy.
Congratulations, Master. Would you like to double down?
On what? What does that
Oh.
mean? What does that mean in this
Talking about?
context?
Anyway, let's keep going.
Please don't zoom in on me. My resolution isn't that good.
Little by little, we're narrowing down when the culprit entered.
Yeah, but we still don't know how yet. It had to be between when we spoke to the doctor over the intercom and when Amapal entered his lab. During that time, the culprit entered the doctor's lab and murdered him.
So the most likely time would be when you went to borrow Amapal, Master.
Yes.
The culprit had to have entered the lab then.
Yes, correct.
But Fubuki waited at the front chamber while Desuhiko and I went to borrow Amapal.
I forgot about that.
She said no one entered or left the lab.
Did she do it? That would be fucking bananas.
Yo.
It was either that or it was somebody she trusted. But then she would have still mentioned that they went in.
Well, yeah.
Huh? We're back on the original path.
Maybe you're supposed to try opening that door now.
I'm sure that from here on out, it's not just about when, but also how the culprit got in.
I mean,
Yuma,
she could have avoided the traps
there's
using
no
her
need
time
to
powers,
push
I guess.
yourself if things get too hard.
I don't think she could have avoided the poison
No, I
that
can do
way,
it.
but
I'm going to solve it.
they were inside the victim all along. Yeah, just a chest burster burst out of him, but only through a knife-shaped wound in his back. And then put a knife in it to stop the blood or
a
something.
map of the critical lab.
So we have to determine where the culprit was before the murder.
We'll have to solve them one at a time. Let's start with this mystery.
If we know where the culprit was before they got in, this route will be clear too.
Well, I mean, if nobody
you
entered and
know
exited,
where?
I guess they would have had to have been in that vent cover we found. It's the only place they could have been in. They weren't in the gas chamber. That wouldn't make sense.
Here.
On account of the
Culprit
gas.
Must have been here.
Ah.
Yay! It opened!
After the exchange on the intercom, given there was always a detective at the front chamber, when we went to borrow Amapal, the culprit had to have already made their way inside. But the airlock is the only location that isn't affected by the security system. There. The culprit had to be inside that decontamination device before committing the crime.
Okay. I'm with you so far.
But I thought he was just hiding in there to avoid being spotted after the crime.
Could have done
I'm
both
picking
things.
up what you're
Culprit
putting
was in
down.
there before the crime too?
Yeah, the culprit was waiting for their chance. But we had no idea when we sent Amapal into the airlock.
And from there, Yuma, you guided Amapal to the doctor's lab. So the culprit entered the doctor's lab before then?
Yeah, they would have had to
How could that be
open the big ass door. Unless they
Only
stabbed him
Amapal could get past
immediately
security,
before we got in the door.
right?
Which is
Yeah,
possible.
That's the next
Ah!
big question.
I forgot about that part of the soundtrack.
Yo.
Maybe the culprit used another Amapal unit.
No.
Whoa, we're
The
like
researcher
glitching.
mentioned
What's
there was
happening?
only one functioning Amapal.
Okay,
Which
no, that's
means-
actually happening.
The Amapal Yuma controlled was the only one that could get past security.
So the culprit must have taken advantage of Master's Amapal to get into the doctor's lab.
Yeah, that's the only way. But how did they use it?
They wrote it, like I said.
There's no solving the doctor's murder until we figure that out.
Well, I have an idea.
Rocks.
Will you hear me out?
What is it?
How about giving up?
Okay.
I'm getting tired.
Nope, motion denied.
This guy, man.
He's a detective who hates doing work. I mean, usually he can astral project, so he doesn't actually have to walk
Another
around.
fork in the road. Such a complicated mystery labyrinth.
He rode
In
it like a
each problem
horse.
lies the truth.
As a
We're
weapon, as a
definitely
shield,
getting closer to the
neither.
heart of this mystery.
It wasn't a weapon. That doesn't make sense, because he was already stabbed when we got in there. As a shield, I don't think also... Because he couldn't have, like, hid inside the robot to get... The robots aren't big enough to hide inside. There's stuff in there, presumably, because it's a robot. Neither, I guess? I don't have to do a key this time. He rode it like a horse.
Do you think neither is really the right answer?
Given the process of elimination, that must be it. Amapel's hands aren't designed to hold anything, so it couldn't use the knife to murder the doctor. Which means Amapel
They knew
wasn't the murderer.
they ruined my plan.
And the culprit couldn't have used it as a shield. It can't neutralize the toxic gas, and the high voltage shock would destroy it.
So then, how did the culprit use Amapel?
Like a horse.
I think we'll find out if we continue down this path.
Like a horse. Well.
Well.
That was the wrong answer! Come on, Master!
Was
what
it?
on Master?
Damn, he ate
He's
shit.
dead.
Why is he holding his head? He landed on his ass.
We've been here before. It looks like we've been brought back.
But the door we opened earlier is closed again. Why's that?
Yeah, I wonder why.
We have a different question, or is it the same one? Where was the culprit before the crime?
Huh? Even the question is the same. Does that mean we gotta do it all over again?
Well, the logic is still sound. There's no other hiding spot for the culprit besides the airlock.
So you want to choose the same answer and keep going?
If you do, you'll just repeat the whole process again. We'll just be brought back here if we can't figure out how did the culprit use Amapel.
Horse. Horse.
And I
horse.
refuse
Horse.
to walk any more than I have to.
Just fucking fetal position.
Don't sit down.
What should I do?
Horse. Horse. Horse.
Up! Stand up right now!
Stop it. Leave me alone.
If you want me to leave you alone, then help my useless master out!
Fine. Just one thing then. We're back at where was the culprit before the crime? Because you're stuck at how did the culprit use Amapel?
We need to be
With
more
that in
specific.
mind, these two questions are connected.
Connected? Both the culprit's location and how
Like a
Amapel
horse.
was used?
Like a horse.
Horses are connected.
Horses do be connected, though.
The culprit was hiding
They
in
do
the
be
airlock.
connected.
It's actually
But
called the
you also left the
Morpha
robot.
Equine
Morphogenetic
Field.
At that moment,
Morphogenetic
only
wine.
the culprit and Amapel.
Have you heard of the
Morphogenetic
Titanic?
Equine.
So maybe the culprit
Have you ever heard
did
of
something.
Ice 9?
Oh fuck, we still haven't
Did
finished
something
that.
to
Ugh.
Amapel?
Or haven't.
Clues are always there, right under your nose. It's a detective's job to notice them. Did you notice anything strange back then? Any tiny detail? Try to remember.
Something strange. Hey, now that you mention it, back then.
Oh, hey, the screen lit up. So this is what Amapel sees. It's like the cockpit of a mecha.
Whoa, what was that?
Oh, there was
Did
a
it
little.
break already?
There was like a little.
I thought it was
glitch.
state of the art.
That was probably the man landing on its back like
no,
a horse.
it's all right. It's stabilized.
Again, I'd forgotten about this because it's been a month, but I still figured
there
out the
was
horse
a moment
thing.
when the camera stopped functioning while I was
I'm gonna continue to call it the horse thing, even though horses are not
It
involved.
returned to normal pretty quick, but maybe.
See? I told you it was right under your nose. You don't need any additional help from me, right?
That was a clue to help solve this mystery?
Yuma, you're so
Actually,
fucking stupid.
everything in this world is a key to solving mysteries. You just haven't noticed them. Perhaps there is more you're overlooking. Was there anything else?
What are you calling me, stupid?
unusual?
Maybe.
Something unusual. Something I missed.
Anything else?
Goku's entered the room and they got
It's not
insulted
like
me with
Amapal's
Sprite
camera
bottles.
showed the culprit.
Nice.
Wait,
Continue.
That's it.
Did you get her package?
Get your package.
Now that I think about it, wasn't that strange? The culprit
Came
must have
from
gotten ahead of
UPS.
Amapal, but why didn't they ever show up on the camera? If the culprit went past Amapal to enter the doctor's
Just wish it
lab,
wasn't
Maybe if you
on
didn't
me.
leave your
would've been
Sprite
spotted for
bottles
sure.
everywhere.
I don't leave them everywhere. They're on my desk.
Thank you, Swissy.
But nobody showed up on camera. How did
They
the
leave
culprit
the
manage to
cans
pull
in
that
here
off?
for like 2 weeks, and I can build an
How can
entire
you move from the
sandcastle
airlock
out
to
of
the
them.
doctor's lab?
Start taping them into a
Yeah,
wizard
well.
staff.
On Amapal's camera.
Ooh.
Hey, aren't you just adding another mystery?
No,
The sprightly
all
staff.
the pieces are here.
I tried to make them into a staff.
I know. I heard him.
Yuma.
I can hear.
The
Yeah, wizard
mystery you
staff.
face now
You're supposed to do it with
is
beer,
solved
but,
with a single
you know.
answer.
Make it into a cross and
single
crucify
answer.
Supes.
Sheesh. I talk too much.
There goes my hero.
No.
This is not a complaint about the video game specifically. This is a complaint about mystery games in general, but this is one of those things where we figured out the answer 15 minutes ago.
Let's stay calm and think about
Oh,
it.
you figured out the answer?
There's
I'm
plenty
stupid.
of time.
Yeah, dog, he rode it like a horse. I wasn't
Rode it
joking.
like a
You were
horse.
like the horse. That's right. Yeah.
I wasn't joking.
I'll keep reading. Well,
Nah, I thought you were
wrap
goofing.
things up.
I still
I mean,
don't know
I'm-
how that got him past the gas, but
Yeah, I don't know how they got him past the gas. That I'm not sure. Maybe he was wearing like a fucking suit.
Use those weak brain cells of yours and think.
Culprit's location. Amapal's usage. It's malfunction.
like a horse.
Why didn't
Horse.
the culprit appear on camera?
Yakuza like a horse.
All this is
source is
solved
that
with
I made it
just
the
one
fuck up.
Answer?
Yeah, that. On top of Amapal's head. How'd the culprit use Amapal? Like a horse. Caused the
Transportation.
function on the airlock. Culprit jumped on it. Why didn't the culprit appear on the camera? They were on top of the head.
I got it! The culprit rode on Amapal's head, using it as a method of transportation.
That's wild.
Again, I still don't know how that helps with the gas, but it helps with everything else.
With every
Yeah.
open door, it will be harder for you to turn back. Are you sure you want to keep going?
I don't think he understands that if we don't keep going, we
Absolutely.
die.
I will find the truth no matter what.
Gas
This is for
mask.
the nocturnal
Nah, the
detective
poison is topical also. If it touches your skin, it kills you in 30 minutes.
I sure hope it's topical. We've been talking about it a lot.
Wow.
Hey, you said the culprit rode on top of Amapal. What did you mean by that?
What do you mean, what did I mean by
Literally
that?
what I said. The culprit rode Amapal and used it to get through.
Like a horse. Maybe the murderer
After we
simply
left
had no
Amapal in the
skin.
airlock, the culprit came out of the decontamination device.
Hello.
Then they jumped
It's
on
me in the
Amapal's
vent.
head. The disruption in the footage was from the impact.
That's insane.
Is it? I think it's fairly reasonable.
Ah!
Amapal can withstand up to 100 kilograms of weight. So
much is
someone
100
riding
kilograms
on
in a
it
real
shouldn't affect its functionality.
Like
The
at least
shoe
twice
print
as
on
much.
Amapal's head wasn't caused by someone
What the
taking
hell
it.
is a kilogram?
It was left there
Eagle,
from the culprit
eagle
hopping
screech,
on and
eagle
off.
screech.
After that, the culprit simply rode on it as it moved toward the doctor's lab.
How does
By
anyone
doing
find that
so,
funny?
The culprit was able to evade the camera and remain hidden as they made their way.
I love that clip, so to say.
You're right. If it's true,
Same.
it does solve all of the previous mysteries.
Like a horse.
But you,
Like a horse.
have you not realized it? You're still missing something. One major mystery remains.
The poison.
Who is
yeah.
it?
The
Oh, never
poison. I really still don't know about the poison.
What's with that huge sign?
The greatest mystery of this case should appear soon. Just the thought of it gets me feeling down.
I just noticed that these little side statues are Arahabaki.
Mystery?
Chief Yako did it.
We're back in the lab again, y'all.
Back
This
to
is the
lab
electricity
again.
room.
Chamber.
That means the doctor's lab is just beyond it. If we can get through here, we'll reach the goal, yeah?
It's gone already. When did the culprit get off of Amapal? When we opened the door.
Is this the greatest mystery you mentioned?
No.
Not exactly what I was envisioning.
Well, this is the mystery to be solved, so let's clear it out.
What are my options?
Beats me.
When would it have been possible for them to get into the room ahead of us? You weren't... Who's us? It was while opening the door. Because Amapal can't turn its head while its arm is extended.
The culprit murdered the doctor before Amapal entered the room. Which means the culprit had to have gotten ahead of Amapal at some point. It was when the door first opened. At that moment, the culprit snuck into the doctor's room.
Yeah.
Can you imagine
Doors
being
were
this
slowly
person?
opening
Like,
just like this.
hopping on a little,
Slowly
like,
Plan. Yeah.
slowly riding a little robot into a toxic gas chamber.
Tally
The
ho.
moment there was enough space
And then an
for a
electric
person to slip
panels
through,
chamber.
The culprit hopped off and went inside.
Like this?
And also being fucking a guy called Fink the Murder Artist. Being a
Ugh.
professional hitman named Fink the Murder Artist, riding this stupid little robot through a doctor's security system. Being like, man, I hope nobody ever sees or figures out how I did this. I'm gonna look real dumb. Hi, why are you back?
Still haven't reached the goal. I thought we could get into the doc's lab now.
Is this a joke to you? Your deduction is full of holes. If this
Like
is
a
joke,
Swiss cheese.
it's not very funny.
Master, you know what to do.
Of course.
I have
Speaking
to kick
of
him in the
Swiss
balls.
cheese.
I'll take your garbage deduction and toss it in the trash. I am the saint of Kanai Ward, protecting it from filth like you!
Whoa.
If I was ever doing my taxes and I had a child, I would call them my garbage deduction.
The couple
That was a tax/kid joke just for me.
Ghost Morph. I don't think that's helpful. I don't think that's helpful either. The design. Extends our extending or protecting arm controls for the camera and body not function. Yeah, that's probably
culprit
right.
hopped off Amapal as the door
Probably.
opened, then slipped through the gap in the door.
Ah, another one.
That's impossible.
I
even
forgot I
if
can
I'm a
air
smart
stall.
artist. Think
Mechanics.
about it. If Amapal's line of sight changed just a bit,
What do you think the
Well,
speed run
equipped.
of this game looks like?
Flash through this mystery.
A lot of holding R to skip dialogue.
You just
as with
you
any
just
visual
tape
novel, you
it
just have to
down.
be
Designed so
optimal.
that when its hand is stretched out, it won't execute any other inputs. That's why when it was pressing the button for the door, the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
What a weird robot design.
maggots,
Yeah,
don't get so full of yourselves.
it's the sort of
cannot
robot that's designed.
You're not
It's
getting out of
technically
here
designed as
alive.
a toy for children, but it's the sort of design that's designed for to make a cool mystery.
Make the mystery happen, yeah.
Yeah.
Much like how the windows in the Murders of a Rue Morgue were big enough for an
For
orangutan.
an orangutan to slip through.
I wonder if I'll ever be not mad about it.
So Amapal couldn't move.
I don't
while the
think
door was
so.
opening. That's when the culprit took their chance.
I'm gonna go. We could go to the Wikipedia for murders in the real world again.
Since the door opens outward, it's possible to take advantage of the blind spot it creates. That's how the culprit managed to stay outside the camera's view as they enter the doctor's room.
So it's an elaborate murder that took advantage of Amapau's design, and even the direction the door opens. Whoever planned this must have really wanted the doctor dead. I guess
You know, maybe instead of investing in poison gas and electric floors, he should have had a few more security cameras.
Just like a security camera. Just one of them.
Yeah, just a ring doorbell would have been fun.
Perhaps a suite with the culprit's obsession on full display.
Just make all of the walls out of mirrors, and this could have never happened.
Knock it
Damn,
off with
true,
the
true,
weird
true.
soliloquies. Let's go.
You're really going?
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Quick reminder that this orangutan in Murders of the Rue Morgue is smart enough to dispose of the bodies. It shoves one of them up the chimney.
When the culprit entered the doctor's room while the door was open.
Well, you see, the orangutan belonged to a sailor who had captured it in Borneo.
The doctor was in the room, right?
That's, you know. And then the orangutan was trying to shave its face, got scared, and ran away while holding the razor.
Doctor not have noticed.
You know?
This
orangutan stuff?
This is a fair point. The door opening was not a quiet affair, as I recall. In fact, this man who had been locked in this room for a month would certainly have noticed the door opening.
So what if he did notice? It's not a big deal.
He was stabbed in the back.
Yes.
If he was stabbed in the front, it wouldn't be a big deal.
If he had noticed an intruder, the doctor would have turned to face him. Which means
maybe he can't hear.
He wouldn't have been stabbed.
That's actually true. He is deaf.
He is
that
deaf.
piece of trash is right.
I forgot
Your
about
logic
that.
is flawed.
Yeah, he could.
I was shitposting.
Everybody forgot about that.
Yeah. He asked Yuma to like step forward so he could read his lips.
Listen to
the
my
president of
incredible words
Anamtrasi
of
wears a
wisdom.
mask, so he's like, I'm not talking to that fucker because I can't hear him.
Deduction is worth less than shit. Everything you do is a fucking mistake.
Okay. Hey man.
Hey.
You get a little aggro.
Hey man.
All right, man. I'm doing my best out here.
Come
So
on,
this,
man.
I forget in the Ken of this game. This is the culprit or something.
Not always. Sometimes it's just somebody who doesn't want you to find out the truth.
Hey.
Whoever the biggest obstacle is,
Like
yeah.
Swank Castanel in the first mission.
You made that up.
Damn it!
You remember Swank? You were here for that,
That was
one.
his name.
Your deduction is inconsistent.
Is it? What do you mean?
It's full of inconsistencies.
Okay.
By
Okay.
your logic,
Your deduction is
even if the
inconsistent.
doctor could be
It's full of
stabbed,
Pause. It's full of inconsistency.
it wouldn't be from behind. That's all impossible.
I'm waiting for him to say something like the doctor would have heard him come in. No, I guess from behind. Okay.
Your deduction is inconsistent.
Ugh.
It's full of inconsistencies. By your logic, even if the doctor could be stabbed,
It wouldn't be from behind.
Oh yeah? Fuck. Shit. Damn it.
That's all.
your deduction is inconsistent. It's full of inconsistencies.
No, it isn't.
By your logic, even
If the doctor could be stabbed,
it wouldn't be from behind.
Yes, it would.
Flame doesn't hold up.
Sorry, I didn't realize we whacked it into his face.
No, the culprit did stab the doctor in the back. That's how the body was discovered.
that's why I'm saying your deduction is inconsistent. By your logic, the doctor couldn't have been murdered in that way.
Oh yeah. Got any keys this time? Information on Dr. Westguy.
The culprit.
Has hearing issues severe enough that he could be considered deaf.
Culprit quickly entered the lab,
Whoa.
but the doctor was in the room at the time, right? There's no way he missed an intruder. Running is noisy.
Okay, I guess it wasn't that part. Yeah.
The culprit quickly entered the lab. But the doctor was in the room at the time, right? There's no way you missed an intruder.
Running is noisy.
That's true.
Running is noisy.
Running is noisy.
And his chest would have been stabbed, not his back. Unless you think the doctor was asleep. Is there any trace of him being drugged?
No.
Even if he didn't look back from his desk, he would have heard someone coming.
No.
This is the truth.
This is the truth.
This is the truth.
This is the truth.
Wait, the doctor had trouble hearing. That's why he didn't notice the intruder.
He's deaf.
Now you're spouting nonsense. Say whatever you want, it won't save you. There's a gaping hole in your logic. And there's no way you're gonna fill it at this rate. I guess
Yo.
Whoa. Hold on, sir.
You're the one refusing to see
Major
the truth right
pause.
before your eyes.
What the Sigma?
What?
Okay, bye.
I refuse to see the truth?
I still don't really know what he's
Vivius
talking
said
about.
the same thing, but
It's strange, don't you think? Isn't it about time you noticed that something's off
I
here?
genuinely
Isn't
don't
it
know what
ironic?
he's talking about.
You've solved many mysteries up to now, yet none of them are directly connected to the culprit's identity.
That's because the culprit is the hitman.
Is
If
it?
that's the case,
The mystery is the
why
culprit's
haven't you
identity.
reaped the hitman's soul? And that would end the labyrinth.
I think that's what
It's
they're
not
saying,
that
is like
easy.
we don't know
The
their
culprit
identity.
will fight back unless we solve all the mysteries first. Hang on. What are you getting at?
In my eyes, the reason a single mystery hasn't been directly connected to the culprit is because of Yuma's reluctance. It's pushing away the mysteries that lead to the culprit.
Is it someone that Yuma doesn't want it to be?
I guess it must be, but I
I'm
don't
saying
know
it's
who.
Chief.
Is there anyone he
You're
cares
closing your
about?
eyes
Does he
to the
have like
truth.
friends?
The chief.
That's why
Maybe.
you haven't touched on the hole in your reasoning.
what hole?
Whatever, that's enough.
The gaping one.
Just
The
ignore
gaping
this
one.
guy and keep going.
Oh, hey!
Like it's got to be one of the detectives that did it. And that's why he's like he must know that. But I don't think it could be Chief Yako because we saw somebody walking away from him when he got
Yuma.
stabbed.
Yuma,
Jeez, go away!
you know what I'm talking about, don't you? The huge hole in this investigation.
What are you...
Just ignore him.
Let's review your deduction, shall we?
Whoa.
The culprit took advantage of Amapau's locked position and entered the lab. And before the robot entered the room, that person stabbed the doctor from behind. However, they bumped into Amapau while escaping, causing it to fall over. That was obviously a mistake, but since it wasn't captured on video, they were able to avoid detection. After that, the culprit went inside the decontamination device in the airlock to hide from you.
That's correct. So what's the hole in my deduction?
It's before all of that. It remains the case's greatest mystery.
Who was
Which
phone?
is?
Who was
How did the culprit get past security?
What?
Oh.
We already told you that. The culprit rode on top of Amapau as Master controlled it and was taken all the way to the doctor's lab.
No, I think he means the
But
poison gas.
If someone was riding on it, how did they get past the high voltage shocks in the panel chamber?
Oh,
There weren't any because we used time travel to fix it. So it would have had to been somebody that knew that
You have
that
nowhere
was a
left to go.
possibility.
Oh, come on! Why now?
I won't let you maggots ruin the peace of Kanai Ward! As the king of Amaterasu
refuse to mention
Corporation
the
and
poison.
guardian
I
of
don't know,
Kanai
man.
Ward, I will
I think
stop
the
you
poison is a
here
bigger
and
problem
now.
than the electricity. Because we could
Perhaps
use our
this,
time
too,
rewind
is an
power
obsession.
to not get electrocuted.
Why does
You
he
can't use the
insist
power
on
of
covering
rewinding
up the
time to
truth?
avoid poison.
Tell me, what will
Can't
you
you?
do?
Can you not?
Yuma?
Not an
Are you
aerosolized
going to
poison
stay
that fills an entire
willfully
room.
No, I'll fight.
Just reverse time till you're out of the room.
Conscious or not.
But then
I
you'd have to
won't
get
look
back
away
into the
from
room.
truth. I'll
How's
fight
reversing
the
time
truth
help with
no matter
electric?
what.
How does this
This is
reverse
for
the time
chief
power
and
works?
everyone at the Nocturnal
Exactly.
Detective
It is.
Agency.
She can turn back time a couple of seconds. So what we did is basically she was like, okay, so we know that basically this final room is going to be trial and error. If you step on the wrong panel in the wrong order, it electrocutes the robot and destroys it. So she would just rewind time to before that happened, and you wouldn't take that path again. Which is
I see.
how we solved the puzzle, essentially. I think I only got it wrong once, but that was it. So, like, that wouldn't get you past the
Good
poison
luck.
room, though.
You'll never find it. You'll scurry around this labyrinth forever, like blind mice. You'll
Three
run
of them.
away in it, looking for an answer that will never come.
Okay. And it's something that we saw her try to do also once the chief was like killed. And everybody got captured. She was like, "Damn it, even this time," meaning that she tried to do it a couple of times, but couldn't avert that part of it either.
Tragic.
Ghost form traits, security log.
Keep playing
I mean, probably this. I
with
assume.
your shit deductions. You still haven't solved the greatest mystery. How did the culprit get past the security?
Whoa,
The
it's
critical
teleported.
lab security system was always live.
Correct.
There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit.
That's true.
That security system? No living human can breach it.
Maybe that one?
Don't tell me the culprit is a robot.
I mean, no. Okay. Well, culprit break through the panel chamber. We at least had output with us to disable the security system. Notice anything weird at the time? Think hard. As far as the panel chamber goes, maybe it wasn't that then. High voltage in the panel chamber. Must step on a special order. Security log. The ghost form traits. I mean, that wouldn't. Can't touch anything, can't take over someone's body, can't be heard. Well, it touched the robot, so it can't have been that. Flipping the wrong order. Panel chamber, oh. They like... Oh, when they got back out, I think that's what they meant. Yeah, they used these things. They must have like used these to like climb across the walls to get over the floor. So it must be that.
Keep playing with your shit deductions. You still haven't solved the greatest mystery. How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live. There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit.
True.
That security system? No living human can breach it.
Eh? No, it's not that.
Right.
Don't think there's any way a human
you
could
try
withstand
Fubuki's
electric current
thing
that
on it?
strong. But did the culprit really get hit with it? Try thinking back to what happened. Time controlling Alpel when we chose a wrong panel. Oh, wait a minute. So one living human could have gotten through it. So yeah, it was Fubuki's thing.
You still haven't solved
I
the
just
greatest mystery.
I didn't see how that phrasing was helpful,
How did
but
Culprit get past the security. The critical lab security system was always live.
it's true.
There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That
But what about the poison?
No living human can breach it.
How did she get past the poison?
I'll slash through this mystery.
Maybe if they just made the clip louder instead of quieter than every other sound in the game.
Put some reverb
Bro's
on
just
it.
unconfident. Don't you think I won't?
I think this is a mixing problem, perhaps. He's just like, yeah,
A
instead of
human
yeah.
could get past the panel
You know?
chamber by using Fubuki's forte. In fact, that's how we got past the panels. The high voltage shocks kept destroying Amapel. But we reversed time every time that happened.
It was only like
Correct.
twice.
So whenever it was struck by the current, you went back in time. But while that was occurring, the culprit, a human, was riding on top of Amapel. That person was burnt to a crisp every time you
Oh,
failed.
shit.
You killed them every time.
We got him in
Which
there?
means
That's crazy.
You killed the culprit over and over again.
Oh,
It's
is
just
this-
like the
is
prestige.
This the thing he's been avoiding?
If only you had chosen to remain ignorant, I would have walked beside you in silence. But if you intend to seek the truth, then I must stand in your way.
Was it him, and does he remember?
Why are you doing this?
He probably remembers because of his fucking
Who's going to
projection
betray
shit.
you, Master?
Betray me?
It's up to you, Yuma. This is your final chance to save the world.
Save the
you
world.
believe in.
My final
What
message.
are
man.
you going to do?
Goodbye.
It's
Goodbye.
time to decide your past and your future.
Dead or alive?
Why
The
did
volleyball game?
Yo.
Actually, I think it's a fighting game. I don't know. The only one I know about is Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball.
It's got the girls with the toots out the here.
Yeah.
I stretched my arms forward. You couldn't see it, but oh god, he's got his fucking knife.
I'm gonna stab you.
He's brought real knife
Cool
to the
skull.
fight.
Let me ask you.
Imagine he just stabs you actually instead of creating words.
It's impossible to avoid the gas.
That's true as far as I know.
Culprit would surely
Yeah.
die. You should already know this, right? The gas is a special trait. A gas can see through even a gas mask.
That's true.
No ability can nullify its toxicity.
I guess the ghost one could, but I don't know.
How he would have gotten through with that.
Maybe
Unless he lied about it.
he did lie about how his powers work. Like that was the only thing I could come up with, is that if it was him, he must just be lying.
No one can get past the gas chamber.
I mean, he hasn't let us use his power. Except that one
Oh
time.
yeah, your
He
power
let
is
us do it,
using
but he
powers,
told
right?
us ahead of time that like how it worked.
Let me ask
So we would have just assumed that that's how it worked. That we would have no reason to not believe that.
how did the culprit bypass the toxic gas chamber?
Interesting.
It's impossible to avoid the gas.
It would be that,
The
wouldn't it?
culprit would
Okay.
surely die.
No, not that.
I thought it would have been the sentence before it, but
Gas will totally kill you. I don't see a contradiction, but I think I'm gonna check out the gas. Do any of them say anything about the gas?
wait, yeah, one of them does.
Hold on.
Gas properties. 30 minutes after exposure.
Yes. So it's probably that. Oh, because he says he would have died before he reaches the doctor, which is not true.
Ah.
So that one.
So does that mean Vivi is like in the process of
About to
dying?
die. Yeah, because Shinigami was saying stuff like there's something weird about him. So
The culprit would surely die.
the thing would maybe be that he's dying of
dying.
toxic gas poisoning.
The gas is a special trait. keep breathing a gas mask.
Correct.
No ability can nullify its toxicity.
Okay, that would be the one
Once
to use
it
the
hits you,
ghost.
you're done for.
If it's that.
Die before reaching Weska.
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. I missed the first time. Nuh-uh.
Damn, I forgot about that.
No, I remember the 30 minutes thing. I just didn't think it would be relevant here. Getting to the right answer via the wrong clue is, I think, what we were doing.
If you pass through the toxic gas, you'll die. But you'll have 30 minutes before it kills you.
Why would he
means you
put
can
a
survive
30-minute gas in his security room?
Yeah, that's not much security.
Tell me.
Maybe it's because it kills you for sure.
It's-
And the
gas masks
electric
here that can
chamber is...
block this toxic
Well, if you
gas.
touch any wrong
And
panel in the
forces that
electric
can
chamber, it
nullify it.
fucking kills you.
There's only one
And that's
way
after
you
the
could
gas
Like-
do
chamber.
it.
I know it's just because, you know, mystery
You endure
game
it
mechanics.
in hopes
But
of
it's funny to
being
imagine he's like,
taken to the
haha,
next room.
and now 30 minutes later you'll die.
Then the culprit didn't do anything to counteract it and just passed through the toxic gas?
Oh.
He just ate it.
It's the only explanation that makes sense.
He just fucking just
This
The
tanked it,
culprit's
you know?
gonna die anyway.
Truth. I can't believe it. But if the culprit really did just endure the toxic gas,
Then they...
the culprit is...
Oh, must be already dead, because it's been way longer than 30 minutes.
What happens when that happens?
How does it feel to have your world shattered?
Either that or he's
before
saying it's
your
him.
eyes?
Yeah, it's one of the... It's either him
Isn't
or the
this
culprit already died.
What you wanted?
Huh? What's he talking about?
Yomi's mystery phantom and Fifia are both right. Subconsciously, I didn't want to know the truth.
Huh?
Up until now, the Mystery Labyrinth was withholding the mysteries that led to the culprit. And that's because it's a reflection of my own reluctance.
Master, what's wrong? Do you know who the culprit is?
I think I must.
Right?
The truth
Oh my
is
god.
worthless.
Oh my
Nothing
god.
is less
It's that guy
valuable
from
in
Final
isolated
Fantasy
rainy City.
6?
No one wants the truth.
What's the one with the clown?
Not even
Kefka's
you.
8?
8?
No, it might be 6.
I was
don't
trying to
remember.
say.
I think it is 6.
5? 6?
And
I
die
don't know, it's one of the
right
ones
here.
It's
haven't played
not
yet.
7. It's the
No
only
one
thing
will
I
get
can
in
tell
my
you is
way.
it isn't 7.
Was
Amaterasu.
Kefka in the 3D games? Because if it was, then it was definitely...
It's not 3D. Not the one I saw anyways. It was like pixely.
Then it was probably 6.
I just remember Kefka getting real big.
That's true, he does do that.
If the culprit carried out the crime like you deduced,
Ow! That one came very fast.
then they should be dead from the toxic gas. But no one at the scene has died from poisoning.
Which means it must be Vivia because of his
If you
fucking
can
ghost
understand that
powers.
much, then what are you still doing?
It is Final Fantasy Fix. Thank you, chat.
You're right that no one in that lab died from that toxic gas. But that was part of the culprit's plan from the beginning. They planned to distort the facts of their death.
Yuma, are you sure you want to face the truth? Your world will fall apart. The world that you believe.
So it is Chief Yako.
Yeah, it's...
He
it's-
faked it. He faked the way he died.
Oh!
Your deduction
Yeah,
is
I think
wrong.
you're wrong. I think you're right.
I think you're wrong.
Yeah, I think you're wrong.
I just like the way you misspoke, so you had the same tone. Oh yeah, I think you're wrong.
Is this the best you can do to refute it?
Yeah, it's got to be
Just
Chief
get up
Yako
and
then.
die.
Because It was just now specifically mentioned that whoever the culprit is fabricated the way they died.
With this, I'll expose the truth. The culprit misrepresented their death by using the
A knife. Oh no, the hit. Oh.
The culprit realized their plan would be exposed if someone in the lab died from toxic gas.
Correct.
So they used the hitman to cover up their own death.
Used the hitman?
Meaning
So the hitman just showed up and Yako was like, "Yo, stab me.
assassinate the doctor.
Stab me real quick."
They were hired to cover up the culprit's death by toxic
Oh.
gas.
Yeah.
Huh? The hitman's target was the culprit? Not the doctor? But the doctor was stabbed by the knife with the inscribed F. Doesn't that belong to the hitman?
Yeah, I mean, anybody can put an F on a knife.
Is a similar knife. The story of Fink the slaughter artist using a knife inscribed with the letter F is
Fink
well known.
the slaughter artist.
Yeah.
We'll leave it alone until we receive further orders. Did you see the knife stuck in his back? It's the one that Fink the slaughter artist uses, right? I've
You know,
heard about
Fink
his
the
knives
slaughter
inscribed with the
artist.
letter F.
Everyone knows him.
So it was
Everyone
all
knows
a
Fink the
ruse?
slaughter
The real
artist.
culprit made it look like the hitman did it?
Stop. Stop! You useless garbage! To hell with detectives and the truth! I won't let you have your way in my city! There is no real culprit! Dr. Wesker was killed by the hitman!
I thought you said the detectives did it.
Huh? What's going on? Who's the real
You son of a
culprit?
bitch.
The
Chuck
real
you.
culprit. The real culprit is...
It's the only other
time
person
has
currently
finally
dying.
come. Yuma. It's time for you to acknowledge what you've known all along. If the tiny crack spreads any further, the mirror will shatter, exposing the chaos of the real world. Knowing this, will you still expose the truth? Then, show me your conviction.
The clues pointing to the identity of the hitman's target. I know. I've known all along.
Now, expose the truth. Do it if you want to burn the world down.
Defeat Yomi with a key. Which key do we got? Missing file. Photo. Man and a woman. Woman wearing a lab coat. Man cannot be recognized because of blood stains on the picture.
Ah,
Oh right, the blood is neon. I forgot.
that's Yako in the photo.
Must be.
Zako. Wait, the Animaniac?
Sure.
The bloodstained photo found in the hallway near the lab. There was a person pictured with a woman.
You can kind of sort of see his
That
hair.
was the hitman's target. The real culprit behind this case. The blood obscured the person's face, but I know who it is. It could only be one person. It could only be...
How do you know? That person in the photo is the hitman's target. And who is it?
It's...
No.
Stop edging me, Yuma.
Just say it, dog.
Don't you dare say another
It's-
word!
I can't even get it out.
I don't understand.
6 more hours
but
pass.
Good luck, Master. I'm always by your side, haunting you.
Thanks. No. No. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ha! What?
Incredible.
Who? Is that supposed to be Fink the slaughter artist?
I didn't even need context. I could have gotten this entire thing from these 3 photos.
At least make it fucking confusing and make me think about it. Like, come
Okay,
on.
this
That's
one is supposed to be Fink the
hilarious.
Slaughter Artist.
You got enough health that you could pick on it.
Why'd he kill the scientist though? Do you guys already know that?
Probably killed his wife or something. I don't know. Given the picture.
Probably related.
Oh, yep. Wait, we didn't even have to do the fucking temple run minigame.
Not this time.
Unless.
Yako.
Never see it coming.
Huh? Why? Why is Fuzzhead here?
He did it.
Chief Yako was the only person attacked by the hitman in the lab. In other words, the chief was the hitman's target. But Chief Yako tried to hide that photo by tossing it behind the houseplant. He
Poor
hid
job.
it knowing it'd be an important clue. And that's because the person in the photo is Chief Yako himself. It was given to the hitman so he'd know his target, and the chief tried to conceal it. Which means the blood covering the face on the photo was likely done on purpose.
Hold on, Master! Are you serious? You're really saying Fuzzhead is the culprit?
Had to be.
Yeah.
Nothing else makes sense.
Really? I don't buy it. You think he actually put together this elaborate murder?
Who better than a detective?
Door just for this?
I don't want to believe it either, but there's no other way.
Don't
Orangutan.
forget this stuff.
The anemic vampire is going to throw questions at you back to back. Press the correct button when you think you got the correct answer. You'll
Damn
take
it,
damage.
Swissy. I was trying to find the unmute button so I could say orangutan after Steven said, who better than a detective? Don't steal my thunder. That's my bit. I've worked hard to establish the orangutan.
Anything, it's
bit.
Edgar Allan Poe's bit, but sure.
No! I'm the one who had to read it. I'm the only one that remembers it. When's the last time you've had a casual conversation about murders in the Rue Morgue? That's right,
I didn't even
never.
know that's what it was from.
Because it's a bad short story.
I'll do it anyway.
Everyone collectively went, wait, an orangutan did it? And decided it was dumb.
It's something I must do. While the chief takes his final breaths.
Vivia.
Is he trying to stall so that Yuma doesn't have to kill him?
Yeah.
If Chief Yako is the
That's not how it
culprit,
works, unfortunately.
then what about that death threat? Why would the chief send it if he was the killer? Answer me, Yuma.
What do we got? Oh.
This is just like Sekiro.
Counter.
This is exactly like Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
Was in danger, which was necessary for this
You ever
sequence of
played
events to take
Sekiro Shadows
place.
Die Twice? Did you know you can actually
All the
beat
master
Genichiro in the
detectives
opening
headed to the secret lab.
fight that you... Did you know that you can do that if you're a good gamer and not a puss a bitch?
His face is very purple. It is a very large box cutter, also.
For big boxes.
The death threat wasn't sent just to the detectives. The peacekeepers received it too. What was the point of that? Why put them on high alert? What is the truth behind it all?
What button, what button, what button, what button? Use the disguise ability. so they could look like peacekeepers. So no one would know it was him.
The note was
Even
sent
if he
to the
was seen.
peacekeepers because they were also part of the plan. When the peacekeepers received the note, they dispatched a lot of their personnel to the scene. The master detectives were able to take advantage of the commotion to enter the facility. They did it by disguising themselves as peacekeepers.
It would be convenient to have a lot of peacekeepers around if you want to get into the lab disguised as one.
This is why the peacekeepers also received the death threat.
Hey, you still want to do this? It's not too late to give up.
I am well aware of the danger.
And giving up's like the
Done
big thing that this guy
much
does.
exercise in a long time. But this is something I must do. I can't leave the chief like this.
Vivia.
He must
Let's
just be stalling
continue,
so he dies of
Yuma.
poison.
Right.
So,
But
everyone
I don't.
disguised
Unfortunately, he
themselves
doesn't know
as
that time is
peacekeepers
paused right
and
now.
entered
I
the
Time
think.
is paused. That sucks.
you were
Sucks to
already
suck.
at the lab, and that's where you met up with the chief, right?
Yes, but we decided to split up after the blackout occurred.
Wait! That blackout should have caused a commotion. If we leave now, the peacekeepers will see us. I knew it. This place is crawling with them.
What do we do?
I'll draw their attention to buy some time. In the meantime, you two hurry to that doctor.
The chief said he'd buy us some time, but he actually went and hid inside the airlock.
Was the blackout part of the plan? So the one who caused it, was that also the chief?
I guess so.
No, that's not it!
Oh, I was supposed to wait for another button.
Ah.
The chief said he'd buy us some time, but he...
Yeah. Blackout's the one who caused it. I mean, it didn't give me another option, so I guess I'm just supposed to wait.
Just wait. Oh, if you wait, you dodge, I guess.
No, okay, it wasn't him. It was probably Halara or something. Or maybe the... No. Alright, let's see what the options look like.
It's who caused the blackout.
Right.
So...
So the chief didn't do it, and Dr. Weska didn't do it. Not him.
No, that's not it!
It also
Tragic.
wasn't Fink.
Look at the facts!
Wait, I don't have
Don't you
another.
have, like, things to look
I
at?
don't know. I have another button to push right now.
Oh.
Maybe it was Fink, the slaughter artist, that killed the backup, since he was there. I think I may have just not pressed the button in time that time.
Oh, I thought you did press the button.
I thought so too, but I waited too long, I think. Yeah, that one was faster. I just missed it. I took time to read.
The chief was with me in
Reading
the
will get
security
you
room
killed.
at the time of the blackout. It's impossible for him to have caused it.
Really, Steven?
So the only
Really?
person he could be is the hitman.
Really?
Yeah, what?
He must
Really?
have been part of the job.
Hmm?
He instructed the
I got
hitman
a box
to
full
cause
of
the
dead
blackout.
Pokemon over here that say reading is good. Actually.
What do you mean?
Why?
It made us think the doctor was in danger, so we
They went to a noble cause.
We used
No, they
Compal
didn't.
and
They went
Fortune
to
through
Steven,
the tight
like,
security system.
button mashing.
Perhaps.
Had it all planned out
Never
from the
forget
start.
Lily.
He used
Lil
us
E
to
was
break
tragic.
through the security, so
You know
he
what
could
else is
kill the
tragic?
doctor.
That fan game we played for like one stream. Remember that?
That was pretty awful.
What was that even? Again.
Pokemon Gaia.
Oh yeah.
So, Master
Oh,
used
we did, like,
the
5
time
changes to
and
it.
the sheltered skank's time
Yeah.
reminding about
Did we?
the panel chamber?
Yeah.
That was all part of Fuzzhead's plan?
The only way to get past
Sorry, did you
security
just call her Time
was to
Skank?
use both Amapel
Yo.
and
Time
Forte.
Skank.
The chief knew we'd figure that out.
I think it's more like he trusted us. He trusted that we would arrive at that conclusion.
I'm counting on you both. See you later.
Trust? How could this be a trust thing? He was clearly taking advantage of you all.
Shelter Time Skank is a fire band
He
name.
gathered the master detectives using a fake death threat, then used their fortes to commit murder. What a scumbag! He used you all to get away with murder! Out of all the criminals I've ever met, he's the worst coward of them all! Master, grab that coward and...
Enough!
Whoa.
Oh.
Oh.
Why did it have to come to this? Chief Yago saved me. He took me in. I had lost everything, even my memories. Sure, he may have been a little pushy at times, but still, I really admired him. So, why? Why did you do it? Is this about the woman in the picture?
Probably?
Chief, please tell me, or
There's no point in asking. That's just a mystery phantom. It's not the real Fuzzhead. Master, watch out!
Oh, rip.
The phantoms are a reflection of the same people in the real world, right? Which means he should hold the same thoughts. The photo behind the houseplant. I don't know what the chief was hiding. But that photo must have been dropped by the hitman after he was done with it. The chief picked it up and used his own blood to obscure the face. He knew the truth would be exposed if that photo was found, so he hid it behind the potted plant. He left his blood on it, almost like he wrote a dying message. But in truth,
My final message.
it was actually a secret he wanted to keep hidden.
Why did the hitman had it so that he would know
Master,
who to kill?
I think you know this, but
Why did the hitman bring it with him to the hit? I don't know.
Just in case he forgot.
Just it's like reading the package instructions for your fucking hot pocket.
Are you?
Wait, one
really
last
going
time.
to do this? After all the mysteries are solved, the chief back in the real world will die. But you saw yourself, Yuma. The chief is already knocking on death's door. Will you still bury him in the name of truth?
He's already dead.
He's gonna die either way.
The chief took me in when I had no memories, or anyone to turn to. I trusted him from the bottom of my heart. Now, I have to end his life?
You know, I liked it, surprisingly. The little bit of peace and quiet I found at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Vivia, you knew the truth behind this case from the very beginning.
I had a hunch. Because of my spectral projection, I knew the chief had been planning something for quite some time. But I pretended not to see. I admired him, and the world he had made.
That's why you threatened me, and were so uncooperative in the investigation.
I knew you would reach the truth eventually, Yuma. But I tried my best to keep you away. Exposing the truth won't save anyone. Neither the chief nor you.
Master, you've already come this far. You've got to finish this. What'll happen to the other master detectives if you die here? Didn't you say you wanted to expose the truth and save everyone?
Vivia, you told me that the time would come when I'd have to prove my conviction. The conviction to accept the truth, no matter how cruel it may be. Now is that time, isn't it?
Yes, and yet you intend to continue. If you're prepared for it.
Hey! You better not get in Master's way again!
Yuma, do you remember when the chief's soul called out to us?
Huh?
Yeah, it was weird and we
Yeah,
weren't sure how that
the truth
happened.
is cruel. Never in history has the truth been known to be kind. But you know what? Turning your eyes away from the truth and living a lie is harsh too. In the end, you can never look away from the truth. As long as you live, you must face that pain. So really, what's the point of worrying so much about it? When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
I always averted my eyes from the truth. For my own sake. My own peace and quiet. But I could never say with confidence that I was proud of myself. In the end, I was just running away from everything. That's why I entrust this to you, Yuma.
Entrust what?
You signed a pact with the Death God in your desire for the truth. I want to see your conviction. As long as you don't stray from exposing all truth, I believe you'll be able to face it, cruel as it may be. I want to see it through to the end. It's why I followed you here. In that sense, we're accomplices. If you must bring down the chief, then I will lend a hand. I won't avert my eyes any longer. I, too, want to live with my head held high. Because I, too, am a detective.
Vivia.
When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
I understand, Chief Yako. Thank you for everything you've done for me!
Now die as we solve a comic book. Or is it just gonna skip that because we already know?
Seems like they should, right?
No, they won't skip it.
Nah, we won't skip the comic book. The imperfect insight.
Imagine skipping the comic book.
Deduction.
Imagine
Dana
undercutting the emotional tension of this entire finale. And it's like, and now here's a little goofy comic to tell you how it happened.
Me cutting midway through Titanic to have a little flip note of a boat sinking.
Yo.
Trying to remember the controls. Okay, there we go. Where is the secret lab located? I don't think we have that one yet. What do I got? I've got Amapel, my God, this is so precise. Knife.
How late are you guys going, by the way?
I just wanted to finish this. I don't think I can save in the middle of this part.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. If
I know
only.
you're doing a marathon.
That wasn't it.
No.
Nah, I just want to finish this thing here. Death threat sent to... Oh, no, don't have that. How was Dr. West communicate? Ah, the intercom. I do have that one. Ah,
Do be
I'm an
having the
idiot. I can control these with the buttons.
That's crazy. This whole time we've been going flippity floppity. Damn, we killed him repeatedly. That's crazy.
It's very sad. What weapon? Ah, a knife. What do I have on Amapal? So that's back here someplace. Whose power was used in the panel room? What did the culprit use to get past security? Amapal. Peacekeepers, that was towards the beginning. Where's it located? Death threat sent to the detective unit. Also, the Peacekeepers. Amaterasu Corporation. I feel like that one didn't need a panel, I'll be honest.
I don't know how proving any of this saves us.
Yeah, this is another one of those situations where I don't really know how. Because the situation we're in right now, they're not even in the same room this time.
Yeah.
Whose power was used in the panel room? Oh, that's Fubuki's power was used in the panel room. Damn, bro got fried. Think of the slaughter artist. Culprit. Mystery unraveled.
Step right up, step right up! Peacekeepers, a CEO, a research doctor, a hitman, and master detectives! 2 dead bodies, but lots of shady characters! Truth bombs are about to be dropped! Time for the deduction denouement!
The victim in this case is one Dr. Weska.
And he looked awesome. Too bad he died 2 seconds after he
and
existed.
meticulously detailed plot centered on the doctor.
Dr. Wiley looking ass.
I think we both said that.
He was a total hermit in the critical lab with a totally overkill security system.
The culprit made
Not
full
overkill enough,
preparations
honestly.
beforehand to
Apparently
break
not.
through that system.
Could have been more overkill.
Boom killing a
Could have
been
used
guns.
a more
He could have just
effective
like
guy.
had a guy. He could have just like
Could have
hired a
had a
guy.
physical person, yeah.
Yeah, just like make sure that no robots are being ridden like horses.
Man with a gun.
Posing as a hitman, the
If they
culprit
get
sent
past
a
the
death threat
super
to
poisonous
peacekeepers,
gas in the electric
detective
floor, I have a
agency,
man
and
with
the
a gun
research
waiting.
lab. At the same time, they contracted a real hitman and had him infiltrate the research facility.
Ezio Auditore.
Beans about Gramps being in danger to lure both the peacekeepers and the detectives to the lab.
You see, the master detective's presence at the scene was an indispensable part of the plan. It was how the culprit gained access to the research facility, after all.
We used
The
my
hitman
cool backpack
infiltrated the
full of
lab
clothes.
exactly as planned. And we arrived with Makoto at the same time.
But this part, I think, was a complete coincidence.
And Master got locked up by that Yomi guy.
I was rescued by Desuhiko and the culprit, who were disguised as peacekeepers. With the real peacekeepers rushing around, the culprit took advantage of the turmoil to sneak into the lab. But after catching up with them, the power suddenly went out, separating the culprit from the rest of the group.
The blackout itself was caused by the hitman, right? And getting separated was all part of the culprit's plan.
Imagine seeing this guy walking around your
Used the
workplace and
blackout as
going,
an
"Yeah, that's probably
opportunity to
fine."
hide in the vents in the airlock chamber.
Just a man.
Right?
in a
That's what
full
I was gonna
cloak.
say. I was like,
Afterwards,
why is this
we
guy
headed to
dressed
the
like
critical
this? This
lab
is
to
a
check on
terrible
the doctor's
assassin
condition.
job. Or
Just like the
assassin
corporate
outfit.
Like if they were
directives.
out in the street or something, I would get it. But this is a
Since that
lab.
used
You
a
should be
separate
disguised as a
power supply,
scientist.
Nothing strange had happened.
That's what I would do in
The
Hitman.
Doctors in Danger spiel was an act, huh? He made a fool of you, Master. What a dick.
But then, someone attacked the doctor while we were trying to talk with him over the intercom. We had to get into the doctor's lab.
At that time, the old geezer was playing games with us. And he even tried to kill you and the others with a trap. That bastard wanted to use your dead bodies.
He only needed one body. What was he planning to do with the other two?
I don't see why you're so happy about it. The doctor's sham made the case even more confusing.
His carpet?
Even if we tried to get to the doctor, the critical lab was guarded by tight security. The only way through was by using an Amapel. The culprit rode on it by emerging from their hiding place in the airlock vent and jumping onto the robot's head.
All aboard the Amapal Express. First stop, a shower of toxic gas. Humans can't protect themselves against the gas, but since it's not instantly fatal, it wasn't a problem.
Poor design. I'm with you on this
high
one.
voltage shocks. One wrong move.
Like,
just insta-death.
if you just care about keeping people out, then a 30-minute delayed gas is a bad choice.
So we managed a perfect clear. The critical lab was finally breached.
Also, they're always like, there's no protection here, and I'm like, they could just wear like a hazmat suit. You know,
No,
like,
it seeps through.
Over and over as a result.
fucking how? Excuse me?
It's super poison.
Camera feed was affected.
It's
I don't
super
know if they
poison.
said
Jumped
anything
on.
about that or not. I don't remember.
I should have realized what was happening.
No use crying over spilt blood. On to the next thing.
Yeah, why is he getting all bent out of shape about killing the chief at the end here? He's already killed him like 8 times.
Yeah, true.
To open the door to the doctor's lab, Amapal had to reach out its arm and hit a switch. And when the door opened wide enough for a person to squeeze through, the killer snuck inside.
Amapel can't follow any new commands while its arm is extended. So the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
Now this part of it did rely on the doctor
Then
not
the
looking
culprit
at the door.
killed the old geezer using the same knife as the hitman. Gramps was pretty much
Well,
dead,
he didn't
so
heir it.
a backstab
Couldn't
was
hear it.
easy peasy.
Backstab was easy peasy.
Then, the murderer tried to leave the room before Amapel entered. But they knocked the robot over on the way out.
That looks like he did it on
Then went back
purpose.
into the airlock.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't he like supposed to have bumped
To wait
him?
for you and the
I
others.
thought
That
it
was
was on
not a bump.
accident.
That was a
Yeah.
fucking
We went to
Spartan
the
kick.
critical lab and found
He
the
didn't even
doctor's
have to do
body.
that. That's rude.
The culprit used that time to get out of the vent and head for the hallway.
That was when they were found by the hitman.
They went, "Hey, Fink," and got stabbed.
They'd already been in
Ah, right on
contact
time.
with the toxic gas, so death was inevitable.
Crazy that the slaughter artist did not just like kill him.
My
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
thing about
With a
all
knife.
this,
Oh wait, it was the plan. Yeah.
my favorite thing about this is they definitely would still autopsy his body and find the poison gas. So like this doesn't really accomplish anything.
I guess that means the killer completely trusted in the
Well,
master
the-
detective's
Yeah.
capabilities.
The peacekeepers don't give a shit what actually happened, so they probably would have just been like, "Yep, stabbed.
They
Who
knew
cares?"
Those powers would get them close to the
Oh,
doctor.
I see.
But why were they willing to die to hide the crime?
I can't say for certain. Was it his pride as a detective? Did he
Just
simply
Google
not
Lens
want
who
his
this
friends
bitch
to
is.
know? Whatever it may be, I'm prepared to face the truth. The culprit who murdered Dr. Weska and even included his own death in the plot.
Yako Furio! It was you!
I forgot to hit him with the fucking dual channel audio with the Dolby surround sound. Up.
I will
Whoa.
expose the truth.
Whee!
Doctor Strange looking ass.
But why? Chief Yako, why?
Fuck 'em.
Why didn't you ever talk to us about this? Why did it have to end this way? Why didn't you tell us? Is this really what you wanted? Can you even hear me?
It doesn't
No.
matter who it is. Exterminating the real culprit's soul and destroying the mystery labyrinth. That's why I'm here. Surging bloodlust. Overflowing despair. The brilliant soul of Shinigami
Okay.
shall expunge this cursed
She was so
face
somber for a moment, and then this.
to all deplorables.
Well, what do you think
They'd
they're
have to
gonna
make
make
a
a second sadder? They'd have to make a second whole scene, Swissy. That would take effort. Swissy,
I was
you dumb
curious if
bastard.
they would make a second sadder cutscene.
It would have been nice.
It would have been respectful at least.
It
Didn't
would
have to hit him with this shit.
It wouldn't make me go, okay.
Didn't have to hit Chief Yako with the Bello Fresco grand finale.
Oh.
Uh,
It is a second sadder cutscene.
Ah, just only at the end.
he died doing what he loved. Okay.
Yeah,
What the
if you know
fuck?
what I mean.
What the fuck?
So just because she happens to have giant bazongas doesn't mean the hug isn't a hug.
Okay. But she was floating. She could have chosen to not be.
She could have levitated up or, well, maybe not up, but she could have.
Master's naivete must be rubbing off on me.
They didn't put the chair over the
Not
E.
even I hated Fuzzhead. That's weird. This mystery labyrinth is falling apart slower than usual.
It's to give the main character time to talk to the culprit
We
before he
should have let our
dies.
guards down
Yeah,
here.
it's because of a plot reason.
Do you really think we're done here?
Huh?
Are we not?
Do you have all of the fragments of truth that you sought? If so,
Now they're gonna make you
could
figure out
just
who the
leave,
lady is already?
right?
Huh.
Some mysteries remain, I guess.
Let us save. I beg of you.
No.
Let me see if I can once I get back to
We
dialogue.
haven't uncovered everything yet.
This game be like, you gotta play me for a few hours at a time.
No.
I mean, that's a lot of games, to be fair.
Yeah,
There's
but like
some
without
mysteries
being
for
able
me.
to save is crazy.
What's remaining?
It's a
I
little
reached the
weird.
culprit's soul already. I know it's slow, but this place is starting to come down.
Maybe it's not directly related to this case. I don't want to leave any questions unanswered. For Chief Yako's sake. Please, help me, Shinigami.
Oh, fine. I can't say no to you, Master.
You
know
have and
this
will
is
continue to.
stolen You and you rely on me.
Yeah, I believe you do a lot, actually.
Reveal whatever
It will
mysteries
happen
are
again.
left. That should open up a new path. Lay it all out, Master.
Barrel.
Not the fucking barrel again.
Security log,
Are you
information
ready
on
to play the Shinigami puzzle?
Is Dr. Weska's... There's 5 letters. Research. It's too long. Notes. Nope, okay. Motive is too long. Hey, let me, how do I use these? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Maybe he threatened...
Dr.
he was threatening
Huesca's
plan to stop-
woman.
Clo... Can't be clone, can it?
Clone?
It's not a C, right?
Tick tock, tick tock.
I know!
L mo ma z t I t io
Tick tock,
ot
tick tock.
ot
No,
Ma-
I
na-
have
money.
no idea. Hold on.
no nate mo
Ment. It's Lent.
One more time.
meant
One more. What was the thing that proved Dr. Fez's his emails?
Motives?
emails. He's very guilty.
It is actually email, isn't
Read
it?
the emails.
Well, this is unfortunate. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time.
They've only bought
Damn,
that
if
slow
only you
barrel
hadn't gotten
upgrade.
the upgrade that made it. Wow, you really just shot that one without reading what letter it was, huh? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Checkpoint, please.
Restart from the beginning is crazy. Why is that an option?
Last checkpoint must be the beginning of this mini game, right? Okay, that means it's saved here, though, right? Probably. Oh, hey, look, we can save. Okay, we'll figure that out next time. But cannot save now.
What if you hit load? Does it show that we are saved?
Oh, hold on.
Already?
Yeah. Let me see if
Incredible.
it shows when 1927. That was 1 minute ago. Okay, yes, it has. The autosave has auto-saved. All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go eat before I get on a second stream here. Or whatever. So thanks for watching. Have
I'm
a good
dying,
night.
dude.
We'll catch you tomorrow. Catch you tomorrow. Well, we'll catch you in like either half an hour or maybe an hour if I decide to delay it so I can eat food. Bye. Monster Hunter.
Bye.
Yay.